But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone.
Yabba-dabba-doo. All right.
Live radio. Yay.
What?
We're one of the only live shows here today.
I don't get it.
Because we just, for some reason, just don't get vacation like everyone else.
What happened?
I don't know, man. Even the Dumb Morning Mashup gets the whole week off.
Dumb Morning Mashup.
The Dumb Morning Mashup. They don't even work to begin with, and then they get a week off around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's their deal. But my point is, how many weeks vacation do they got that they could just throw one away around Thanksgiving?
And take Thanksgiving.
How hard is it to play the hits that you got to take a week off? 5 guys playing the hits, and they take a week off.
Holy shit, right?
I would so fire them if I was the new owners.
Oh, man.
I'm going to make my list for the new owners, that's for sure.
5 guys.
Get rid of those
hits.
fucking guys. Take the 5 people, turn it into one guy, save a lot of money right there.
Isn't the Mashup one of the few shows that we're on good terms with?
Yeah, that's why I'm being nice.
You just requested that they were fired.
No, I don't want the show to go away. I just want it to go from 5 to 1.
Who's the one?
I think the concept for the show is very, very good.
Playing the hits?
I just don't think you need 5 guys doing it.
So who's left?
See, if I wasn't on good terms with those guys, I would say fucking wipe out the entire fucking show.
Oh, but you're going to keep one.
Oh, absolutely. We all know which one, too, so I don't have to say it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The one who likes this.
No, I'd keep the black guy.
Stanley T?
Stanley T!
Why, what's he
Oh.
up to?
Just like the Stanley T.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he keeps it real. Like, get rid of the rest of them easily.
He keeps it real?
He keeps it real, yo.
What's that?
Huh?
How does one keep things real?
Just keeps it real, man. Period. That's all
I'd
you
probably
need
keep
to know.
McCall first.
Nah, man.
I'm attracted to her.
She's a distraction, and she's got issues that she should go take care of.
She definitely
The little
does.
dog.
Yeah, the dog and all that should go.
Keep the dog.
She could do the show with the dog.
Why do we have like 18 bits in front of us today? Look at this. They're coming in.
I know, it's crazy.
We got bits. I got a couple more over here if you like them.
Are you kidding?
No.
What's going on? I know this. I know. You don't even have to tell me. There's something up. What is it?
Something's afoot.
Something's afoot.
Troy may have been in the lab.
There's 8 bits in front of us. Why?
Because Troy asked me to increase.
I mean, we're great and all, but we're not that great where you could come up with 8
Jesus.
bits like that.
You guys are like Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, I think the show is good enough to come up with bits instantly.
Oh.
You want a bit? We come up with it. You want a bit real quick?
Go ahead.
Hey, let's just do the, hey, this is the paper crinkling routine. Guess what paper this is? Taking your calls. Boom.
You didn't even crinkle it.
I hit the mic with it.
I'm going to bet that the real story is way better.
Well, I mean,
I've been-
Troy's the production
We've
guy.
been around way too long to know that there's a reason why we have 8 bits in front of us. This doesn't just come, appear out of the blue.
Out of the fucking blue.
Why do we have 8 bits in front of us?
Yeah.
Troy's the production guy.
Is he here?
Oh, yeah, he's here. I saw him walk
He'll
in.
tell me.
Yesterday he said, I want to kill it.
No. No one kills it right before the holiday.
That's what he said. He said
Hopefully-
he wants to go
Troy,
ham.
this fucking worm over here will not give me the real answer. So why do I have 8 bits in front of me?
Just on fire right now.
No, no, something's up, you
I
asshole.
told you, dude. We're on fire right now as a team.
I wish literally.
Yeah, exactly.
We're killing it.
No, something's up. What's up, Troy?
No, we're going ham.
You're another guy that keeps it real, so let's go. What's the real deal here?
Opie, the truth is we're going ham in this motherfucker.
What's up, man?
Good for you, dude.
We just want to end the year strong. I mean, and I got probably about 7 more on tap right now that I'm going to try to pound out today.
My pen was on fire
Crazy.
yesterday. Troy's fingers were all over the Pro Tools going
Insane.
crazy.
What were you told?
Nothing. No, it's all
I've
good,
been at
man.
this a long time. What were you told? There's no way all of a sudden you guys come up with 8 bits in one day. Something changed yesterday. What were you told?
Why do we have to be told anything, man? We're just trying to end 2012 with a bang.
What
Right.
were you told?
All right, I'll give you what you need.
What were you told?
Oh, that kind.
Oh, yeah. I'm not quite that, yeah.
Yeah, we're just on fire, man. That's what it is. We're
Why are you
just,
guys scared? Something changed
No, we're not
yesterday.
scared. We're just excited to be.
There's a Louis C.K. boating store.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a Visual jokes on the radio bit. There's an
Visual
Elmo bit. There's a fucking San Francisco band's public nudity bit.
A lot of repurposing, it seems.
Wow.
There was another bit. I had a Black Keys bit too. That I don't
The
think you
Black
played yet.
Keys bit
Yeah, you
is
didn't
over
play that
here. And then you got another 7, you're saying.
And some of them are taking a turn for the bizarre, but still, we're just pumping them out.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting a little weird with a few of them, but it's, we're getting them done quick is the thing. The turnaround time is ridiculous. Remember your conversation about fishes yesterday?
Not at all.
No.
Well, you will, because there's something in the works.
All right, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Remember-
replay the show? Why are you guys doing bits?
Remember
like that?
Jim's thing about the Hostess cakes?
Yeah.
There's something in the works.
Oh, where he made up the treats?
Oh, yeah, there's something in the works.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And that was killer, right?
But why?
yeah, dude.
Good.
Why all of a sudden?
No, we just want to shoot some fireballs at you guys before the end of the year. We're feeling good. Like, why does it always have to be something, Opie? Why can't it just
Because
be like,
it's Sirius
hey,
XM satellite radio.
It's positivity.
It's got to be something. No,
we're
there
trying to
isn't.
we're trying to be positive. We're trying to end the year with a bang.
I will bet money that you guys were told something stupid.
What?
What?
Did either of you guys meet with or talk to either Gary, Rob, or Steve yesterday?
Well, yeah, we had a meeting.
Oh, you did have a meeting.
Yeah, but nothing was said in that meeting.
Something was said, though, that is making you come up with all these bits.
Well, for the record, we've been going ham for about a week and a half. So it wasn't just yesterday. It's just now. It's starting to culminate now, and we're going to be a house on
what lie
fire.
did they tell you? Come on.
Well, like,
then
why
we
does
can
it-
move on with the show. What lie did they tell you?
But
this
why does
time?
it always have to be a lie or anything like that? Why can't it just be like, hey, we're just
Past performance?
Oh.
Yeah, past performance.
Not your performance. I'm just saying their performance. Their past performance has dictated that there's a lot of lies in this
Dick.
place.
I just don't understand why it has to be a problem that we would just want to end the year strong and with a bang,
And it's like we're talking about all these bits. When are we going to play some of these motherfuckers? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
What are you guys scared of? Why can't you tell me the truth?
Huh?
What?
What?
Troy,
We
man,
just
you
told
keep it
the
real.
truth.
I am keeping
Fuck
it
this
real.
worm over here. Fucking, it's me and you, brother. What's going on? Tell me what happened.
Drop
just
knowledge.
trying to end it positive. You know what I mean?
Did you hear those Roland and E-Rock intros? I'm telling you, we've been on fire.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm proud of those. This turned out good, right?
Yeah, they were very good.
And then
Someone said you guys don't do enough production. Is that it?
Well, I mean, you could always amp it up. You know what I mean? That's
So were you told? What is it suggested that you amp up production?
well, it's always been suggested. It's always been suggested that we deliver as much volume as we can.
Was
so-
it suggested that you amp it up and then not discuss the fact that it was said on the air?
Well, management really doesn't like anything discussed on the air, so
Nah.
it's like it's fine.
Why is everyone looking around? This is where it gets uncomfortable.
No.
Look at me, I'm fucking great.
Yeah.
Those guys need to know that'll never change. We will always talk about them.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's part of the gig.
Yeah, to the last day we broadcast this show, we'll always do that. That'll never change.
Right. Well, I mean, just plan on a lot of good production coming your way. I mean, that's all I really have to say right now. So
Bits and
plan on
bits.
it.
All right.
Let's plan on it.
I will
in
get
fact,
to the bottom of this.
You guys will be able to do less radio for the rest of the year.
All I want to know is, were you promised anything to do this? That's where my suspicion is.
no,
It's going to be looked at positively, I would think.
I would think it would be.
Yeah.
I think that it would be looked at as a positive thing that we're
I'm thinking
delivering a lot of production to you.
I'm thinking there might be something in it for you boys if you work even harder.
Well, I mean,
Is that the lie they're telling you
well,
this
I mean,
time?
you know that there's never any promises made. I mean,
No.
you know that. I mean, that's
We're not going to get to the.
It's not like a direct sort of, if you do this, then you will get that type of thing. That's not the way it works.
No, that's not the way it works. So,
But it's like, if we come to a conclusion that, you know what, if we got to kill it, we got to kill it, and then results will show, then that's what we're going to do.
yeah. And our goal is really to just have, maybe even towards the end of the year, just a show where you guys don't even talk. You can just play all of our bits.
we have
And
to come
brand
in?
new bits.
Yeah. No,
Nah.
you don't have, we'll play the bits
Stay
if
home?
you want.
It'll be a live show, but it'll be all bits.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
We're not going to get the answer now, but I will get the answer.
Yeah, someone
I
is.
always get the answer.
Well, I don't know why
I don't know why Troy's not keeping it real this time.
He's keeping
I
it
always
real.
keep it real, man.
Real.
I'm giving you fireballs. That's what I'm doing.
Like Stanley?
Stanley
That's
T
right.
keeps it real, and I
Is it
thought
real?
Troy kept it real, but I guess not.
But why not just sit there and be like, oh, this is great. I got all these bits.
Because there's something going on. It's so obvious.
Yeah, there is something going on. This place is a house on fire right now.
And
Oh, boy.
I kind of feel like, honestly, I'm just wasting my time in the studio here talking to you guys when I could be doing production bits right now.
More
so.
bits.
Unless we make a bit out of this.
We could.
Someone said that you need to be on fire. Someone said, who used the term on fire in management recently?
No,
No,
nobody.
no,
No,
nobody
they don't.
said
No,
that.
they don't. They don't use those.
They're not
terms.
hip.
No.
What are you laughing
Why is Troy laughing? See?
Because Sam makes all these dumb faces. I can't.
Oh, yeah. That's just his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, so I'm gonna go get back to work, guys.
Do you believe the lies they're telling you?
I mean, I've
There's
been
some-
here.
there's
I've
a
been here a
lie.
long time, and I don't believe anything. So
All right. See, now we're getting to it. See, you just broke down a little bit. So you were
No, I
told
didn't
something.
No. I mean, I've been told a lot of things in the 7 years I've been here.
How about yesterday at the meeting?
I think the quote was, "Let's make this as fast as we can so we can get out of here." So,
Yeah, what's that?
Who
So-
said that?
management.
Okay.
So they were just they had
Well,
a lot
that's
of
good
stuff
on
going
their
on.
part.
Yeah, no, they had a lot of stuff going on.
What's the lot of
did we.
stuff they have going on?
Well, they run like 50, 60 music channels.
Those channels are a waste of time.
Well,
I like,
it's
I like
music
some of
channels.
them in the bathroom.
Huh? Yeah.
I like 80s on 8 in the bathroom. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
But you-
hearing Jesse's Girl when you're taking a piss.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant the ages.
The genre is the genre. It's the easiest shit to do in radio. If and I say if satellite radio is going to survive, it's going to be shows like ours that
Right.
stand out, not dumb music channels. No one gives a fuck about music channels anymore. They really don't.
It's because they don't have bits.
Forget it. You guys are fucking wimps.
I mean, it's just
What? Wimps?
I don't know why we have to be
fucking
wimps just because we're
'Cause
delivering.
something was told to you.
It's amazing the attitude on this show that like we start delivering content and we get called wimps for it. It's like I thought we were doing something positive, something you guys would like.
Very suspicious.
You don't want bits?
Usually there's a bit comes in every day, every other day. There's 5 or 6 in front of me and another 7 in his studio.
You don't want
And I'm
them?
not supposed to question that.
You don't want them?
That means something has changed. That's
right.
all.
Well,
Is that what you're saying? You don't want them though?
we'll keep them for ourselves.
I want to play all of them. now.
Okay. All right. Well,
right,
then
cool.
fair enough.
Which one you want to play first?
I say visual jokes on the radio.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that your strongest one?
I like it.
That's your opener?
I don't know if that's the strongest one, but it's a good one.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. One of many, many bits that were handed in today.
In conjunction with some old porno magazine, this is a visual joke on the radio.
I remember a joke, comic little picture I saw, and it was a woman. She's laying in bed, and she got a giant fishtail hanging out of her pussy, and the husband's coming in, and he's like got his dick hanging out, and the bubble over her head said, "Not tonight, dear. I have a haddock."
In conjunction with some old porno magazine, that
See?
was a
Made you
visual
laugh. That's
joke
good, right?
On the radio.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking line. It's
Yeah,
some good
well, I
radio,
mean-
but it didn't need its own bit.
No, see that
What?
Anthony
Why
delivered.
did that need its own bit?
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Anthony delivered a fucking great line, as he always does.
yeah. Thank you,
And
sir.
then instead of that line just being lost in that day's show,
Yeah.
we're
Repurposed.
repurposing, and that it will live forever.
What did these guys have to do?
Live
besides-
forever. Somebody said live forever. The
No.
line will live
No.
forever.
I'm just
Oasis
giving you.
did.
No.
You
Yeah,
don't
they
like
did.
visual jokes on the radio? We got 2 more. Like literally.
Wait, so you
right
guys had a
here.
meeting, but they were too busy, so they couldn't do the meeting with you guys?
No, we
because-
did the meeting. Everything was fine. It was just a normal meeting. It wasn't anything. Nothing really was said. It was just.
They could focus 2% on music channels and 98% on this channel.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Of course not.
But
I got 2 more visual jokes on the radio.
He,
thought
he
we'd
just
do
Visual jokes on the radio.
Are we adding that to the pile?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do like a series because it was like instead of doing 1 bit with the 3
All
visual
right, add them
jokes,
to the pile. Now,
we'll do 3 bits.
Okay.
now I played 1. I got 6 more here, and then you got another 7 in
in the works right now.
the works.
Yeah.
You want to continue with the visual jokes on the radio thing?
Yeah,
I mean, that got a good laugh, so let's keep going with it.
All right. Fair enough, sir.
In conjunction with some old porno magazine, this is a visual joke on the radio.
I remember a cartoon. I think I've said this one before, the one where Superman's sitting in a chair and he's fucking looking up and there's a girl kneeling in front of him and her head is in the ceiling with cum dripping out of her mouth. And blew her head off.
In conjunction with some
like
old
that.
porno magazine, that was a visual joke on the radio.
Even though I have to correct the boys on both counts,
Yeah.
those aren't necessarily visual jokes on the radio.
No, they're
really
jokes.
not.
Yeah, those are jokes that translate through auditory means.
Yes.
A visual joke on the radio would be like I'm talking and I'm looking over here at Satch from the Bowery Boys and because then be like, why would you say that? And
Yeah,
he'd be like,
yeah.
oh, because Anthony has a hat on that's a baseball cap. A visual joke on the radio would be describing something that's lost in
So
translation.
you go like this, like watch, everybody, all listeners, watch. I got your nose.
Well, we can always revise them, and then we could give you.
Yeah, because a visual joke, that's
You
one
might
that
not
was
want to call it a
explained
visual
well.
joke on the radio.
Should we redo?
Yeah.
We'll redo the 3 because his punchlines are still strong. Maybe
They're great lines, of course. They're
What
standalone
about this?
bits.
What about this?
Let's brainstorm right now in the air.
How about we just go, wow, this was a great line on the show yesterday. Bam.
No, how about this?
Why does it have to be all fucking
In conjunction
produced?
with some
Who's
old-
telling you to produce all this shit? What's going on?
I like the visual jokes on the radio thing. I just thought there should be better
Right.
examples because we do that a lot. But however, I did like the production around it.
How about in conjunction with some old porno magazine? This is a comic strip joke on the radio.
I guess.
Something like that.
Okay, so I'll
If
revise
that'll
these.
satisfy whatever the fuck they told you, sure.
Conjunction,
for you.
revise. These are words that these dummies don't use often.
No.
It's for you.
Why are you guys so scared?
I'm not scared.
I've
Look at
never
me. I'm
been less
fucking
scared in my
You,
life.
you do
fucking
realize
great.
you guys will both have very, very long careers, and there'll be a distant memory eventually. I got a million guys like those in my fucking career.
Yeah.
Stop being scared.
I'm not scared.
What do they tell you?
I've never been less scared in my life.
What do they tell you?
I'm all bits all the time.
What do they promise you?
No
There's
promises were made.
never been promises.
A raise?
No, fuck.
A promotion?
No. They don't ever promise anything like that.
In conjunction with some old porno magazine, this is a visual joke on the radio.
I remember a cartoon. There were 2 hunters in the woods, and they were looking at a bear trap with just 2 bloody testicles hanging in it. And the caption was, "Somewhere out there is one mean fucking bear."
In conjunction with some
Great
old
jokes.
porno magazine, that was a visual joke on the radio.
Once again, Jim killed it. Took a little piece of
I
audio.
like the
and
music
just-
and all, but and the intro and the outro, but it doesn't. You know, these guys are right.
Okay, well, we'll
They're not
revise
visual
them.
jokes.
We revise it.
Yeah.
Because you had to describe something. So I figure, because it wouldn't have been a joke if you had just said what it said. You had to describe the bear and all that. So that's the visual part.
Look at this basket. It looks like Iraq's lunch. See?
Visual
That's a
joke on the
Yes.
radio.
Mark that.
They didn't know there was a cow in the studio. Looks like it's lunch.
We could certainly do
Giant.
visual jokes on the radio for you now that we know it's a concept.
Could you?
Yes, we
And
can.
luckily, I think we probably have like 2 or 3 more bits just out of this conversation.
Yeah.
So, thank you
Every
guys.
conversation gets bits. Take it. Someone said something like that to them.
No, why does it always be like that, Jim?
I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just saying somebody gave you some good, darn tootin' good advice.
Oh, okay.
What was said in the meeting yesterday? Anything of value?
Who was in the meeting?
The meeting was the staff and then Gary and Rob. Like this,
But those guys can't get anything done.
No?
No, they're fucking. They're bean counters. Why are they telling you what to do?
They're just advising, I guess.
They want to make the show as best they can.
When are they going to start? You want another bit?
I like the Louis C.K. bit.
Yeah, play, sure. I like the bit.
Which one's next?
Which one's this?
The boat bit.
This is a good one.
This is a little long, but it's good. You'll appreciate it.
You like this.
Little long but good.
Yeah.
Ahoy, mateys! Time to launch back onto the 7 seas with your favorite aqua adventurer, Captain Louis!
It was my first day in the boat. I just bought it, but it's this big fucking boat with 2 engines, and it's really complicated to drive. I took Chris Rock and my manager out on it. We went out to the Statue of Liberty, and there was this thing floating in the water. Chris saw it. I said, "What is that?" And it was this big thing, and it was dark. It was night. It was like 1 a.m. So it looked like, like a big round raft. That's what it looked like to me. And I yelled over, "Hey, is anyone in that boat?" And then we noticed that it was coming towards us, like kind of with some speed. And Chris goes, "Get the fuck away from that thing." Like, it was creepy. So I backed away from it, and I put a light on it, and it looked like a giant manhole cover sticking out of the river. This was the weirdest night fucking ever. And it's right by the Statue of Liberty, and it's like, I don't know, 20 feet across, and it's moving. It's leaving a wake. So I call up, and then this woman came on and says, "New York Harbor Coast Guard, give me your phone number." So I give her my number. This guy calls. He goes, "Describe it as well as you can." I go, "I don't want to cause a problem, but it looks like the hatch of a submarine, and it's headed towards Lower Manhattan." That's what I'm seeing, and I'm sure it's not that, but my main concern is it's not lit, and it could cream anything that hits it's going down. And the guy goes, "All right, well, I'll call a boat and send them to you. So he hangs up, and like 20 minutes later, there's nobody there. So anyway, I call back, and they're not sending anybody. And I at one point I got crazy, and I was like, "You are the Coast Guard, and I am saying to you now, there's a submarine attacking Lower Manhattan. I'm saying it." And they're like, "We're trying to get park police over here." I'm like, "Send a fucking helicopter!" And he kept asking me to hover. We kept hovering around it and stuff, and then finally this big police boat comes and shines like a massive light on it. And then he calls me on the radio. "Hey, Captain, are you the one who reported this?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "It's a mooring ball. It's been there since 1965. Mooring balls are so you don't have to throw it anchored down. You just hook up to it." And I go, "What if you don't see it?" And the guy goes, "Well, most people navigating those waters know what the fuck they're doing. I have no business being on the water." And I would have hit it if I hadn't stopped at the Statue of Liberty to show it off to Chris and them.
Arrgh! Maybe not quite the adventure you were looking for. Well, shiver me timbers and all that bullshit. Ah, Pegleg! This fucking parrot just took a shit on me! God damn it!
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a funny bit. A lot of laughs in there.
Funny bit.
I don't believe you guys did these. Did you do these?
That bit?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes,
I thought maybe somebody else did the audio or wraparound.
Like Sal, Manny.
Who would do it?
Or Rob.
Who did the voiceover?
Yeah, or wrote the bit.
The bit was written by...
Oh, no, those guys don't do anything creatively whatsoever.
Yeah, we wrote
They
the
have
bit.
no fucking...
Okay.
And the voice was Mitch Todd, who's one of our voice
Yeah, they don't
guys.
have a creative bone in their bodies, those guys.
Who wrote
They're
the
bean
material?
counters.
Well,
We
Louis did it from the show, but
No,
the
the
rap...
wraparound.
I did.
And who decided to put all the sound effects?
I did.
What motivated you to go back and put splashing sounds
Boat.
while Louis is talking?
It's a boat, because he's sitting in the boat.
I understand that.
It made it more visual.
It's not a bit.
I didn't mind the sound effects.
It's not a bit if it's just a story.
It's a repurposed...
I think it was just spicing up the audio a little bit, not really,
Nice.
taking anything away from it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just adding a little flavor. You
Paprika?
didn't think so?
No, just wondering why they don't do it to songs.
Do what songs?
You don't go back over a fucking GNR song. Welcome to the jungle, and put in like.
Well, that would be because they have the music to decorate what they're saying.
That's the bit I want now. I want you to repurpose Welcome to the Jungle for the radio show.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, we could do that.
So now we got like 4 bits. From
Repurpose the Welcome to the Jungle song.
We got
Okay.
fun and games. Ding, 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 ching, ching, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
yeah,
ding,
yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
You got it.
You know your way around a production studio.
You got it.
Repurpose Welcome to the Jungle. Because Jimmy's trying to make a point that I think comedians don't want their shit like fucked with, right?
Yeah, I mean that's not terrible. The little water sound, the dingy.
I kind of like it. It made it a little more visual. But I understand.
But you just can't really just play like, I don't know. I don't think you just play.
That was kind of a best of bit right there. I didn't see much of a bit to it. It was like, because the wraparound thing didn't really enhance Louis' story at all.
It introduced a new character, though.
Really?
That arr guy. Arr.
He's a pirate.
He sounded a lot like SpongeBob in SquarePants.
That's where I got the inspiration from.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy who does the intro for SpongeBob.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking of.
I'm all in with the SpongeBob these days. Arr.
Are you ready, kids?
Are you ready? Arr.
Oh.
That guy. Yeah.
Oh, how do you know this?
I watch SpongeBob.
Why?
I have in
SpongeBob
the
is.
past. I don't regularly.
There's some adult humor in the SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah?
Sure.
Squidward.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know SpongeBob SquarePants at all?
I know of SpongeBob SquarePants.
If you enjoy a good cartoon, that's one you should check out. You don't need kids to watch that one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's not that bad. That one's not that bad. It's Caillou that's a fucking motherfucker.
I don't know Caillou.
Caillou stinks.
What's that?
You don't want to know. I think he has cancer. I'm not really sure.
What?
Is that the song at the beginning? Caillou.
Caillou.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't know. I think it's a Canadian cartoon. I'm not really
What's it
sure.
called?
But the kid has no hair and this thing, and he's a whiny little fuck.
Oh, yeah. I don't like
Caillou?
Charlie Brown knockoff.
Most parents,
Bless you.
Most parents, especially fathers, don't want their kids watching the Caillou because he's a bit whiny and wimpy.
Yeah, it's the Anthony Cumia cartoon.
That-
Jesus Christ.
He just whines through the whole fucking thing. Most parents do not like this fucking. But the kids, for some reason, like this.
Yeah, the song is bad. It's not the opening song. It's not the opening song.
You're getting to be a big boy.
Oh, shit.
This is terrific.
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. I'm Caillou. So many things to do. Each day is new. I'll share them with you. I'm Caillou. My world is turning, changing each day. With mommy and daddy, I'm finding my way. Growing up is not so tough, except when I've had enough. But there's lots of fun stuff. I'm Caillou.
Oh,
Caillou.
It's like porno music.
Caillou. I'm Caillou. That's me.
And me. And me. And me.
Yeah, me.
No, Uncle Paul, not you.
Oh God, yeah,
Me. Ah, shit.
yeah. There's your Caillou.
Yeah, I've had that fucking thing
In your house?
pop on when some of the kids are over you.
Yeah, they love it, but man, the kid's just a wimpy fucking kid.
Yeah.
You want to play another bit?
Sure, these are terrific.
If you like songs, can I recommend one?
Sure.
Do you have the Black Keys bit
No,
still in front of you? What happened to that?
I don't know.
Oh, shit. That's a good one, though, because I had you singing to the Black Keys.
I don't really sing.
No, I know.
You repurposed me into singing?
Yeah. It's not bad, though. It's nothing bad. Don't worry.
I saw it here a few days ago. I don't know where it is.
I think Sal's getting it.
Sal's getting it. In the meantime, we can play another one of the many bits that are in front of me.
What are the bits?
Elmo Accuser number 2 is a bit?
No, I think those are just news things that Danny pulled.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we might be done with the bits for now.
Well, we got that Black Keys song that Sal's going to get. We're kind of killing it right now.
Yeah, I think we're just on fire. Oh, good.
You haven't seen Robin for Thanksgiving? You weirdo.
Sea Robin. Some stuffed sea robin.
Yeah.
You can have sea robin soup.
I'll have a wing.
Yeah, what are you, bird brain?
Ah, good one, Chippa.
I know.
Stop trying to tell me sea robin is
Give me
tasty.
a compliment. Calm down.
When are we going to try sea robin?
Oof. Don't want to.
Why?
Because I hear it's terrible.
That's what I've always heard, but a bunch of people saying it's delicious.
Like fish jerky.
I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. Well, baby, I'm howling for you. Howling. 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 Oh, howling. Babe, I'm howling for you. What happened?
You don't
What was
like that?
that?
You don't like that one?
It's all right.
I didn't really like it. Just when you got some quantity going on.
Troy
Maybe
Quantity.
that.
That's his
Troy
new nickname.
Quantity.
I'll be honest, I chose days ago not to play that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, Travis said you turned it over. That's why Sal had to go and get it.
Yeah, there's a thing that happens is that we turn over shit that we don't want to play or do. But then you brought it to everyone's attention, so it was like, oh fuck, now we got to play it.
Good for you, Troy.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to save your feelings.
No, I don't. Believe me. Not everything I do you're going to like, so I'm completely aware of that. I'm just trying to give you as much as I possibly can, and then you decide what you like and want to present to the audience.
Thanksgiving's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get out of here today.
Thanksgiving.
All right, well, thank you guys. I'm going to get back to work.
Thanksgiving.
Why won't you tell me what happened yesterday?
Well, why does something have to happen yesterday?
When did it happen this week?
I can guarantee you nothing happened yesterday.
Okay, what day?
Oh, so that means something did happen. Very good. Thank you, Sam. What happened?
Nothing. That's good.
Let's say earlier the week, Monday or Tuesday.
Nothing happened this week at all.
See, but you had a meeting last week or so.
Obviously, something happened. If we bring it up on the show, it probably will hurt you guys in the long run.
Well,
That's
I
what
mean,
would assume.
that's never stopped you guys before. So,
Well, that's
No.
why we're prying.
If we're asking on the air, you have to answer it.
well, I mean, we could always answer everything you say, which is fine.
Sure, don't offer it up.
But, you know, you guys aren't really there then to defend us later on when we get a lambasting.
Were you told to work harder?
Well, I think it's always asked of the staff, or anybody really in this building, to always work harder.
But I think you guys work hard. So why are they telling you to work harder?
I mean, I don't know why it always has to be them saying something. I think we just want to end, the year with a bang. So,
Who said end the year with a bang?
Nobody.
Did somebody say that in management?
No.
No. Sam?
Nobody said it to me.
See, they got to Sam.
No, they haven't gotten to me.
Show me the fucking scar in your skull where they got you.
Because
they gave you the operation, obviously. Because this isn't the same Sam.
Cut out his brain, you bloody baboons.
Because nobody said anything to me, and I don't want to tell somebody else's story. Nobody's gotten to me, but it wasn't.
No, they
said,
got to you.
It wasn't said to me.
They got to. Who was it said to?
You think it was? Have you heard it was said
We're
to
breaking
somebody
down
else?
Sam. I got him. Know what we need to do, Ed? You got to take one of these guys. I take one of these guys, and we got to go into separate rooms.
Oh,
they'll
Jesus.
break down.
Here's the scenario.
First 48 interrogation.
Here's the scenario.
Last
week,
right?
Troy came to me as the production designer of the show and said, "Sam,
I love you.
I love you very much."
Well, exactly.
Physically.
Yeah, those
And
Doc
in
Martens
every
made
way.
me feel differently.
Look at my turgid penis in my pants.
Yes.
He said that he wanted to start killing it and end the year with a bang, and he needed my help to do so. And so I decided to help my friend end the year with a bang.
And honestly, Sam is a very talented writer. He's able to
At times.
pull off.
That's a fucking Emmy speech.
Exactly.
Christ.
I'd like to thank Sam.
But that's my part of it. Nobody's gotten to me, and there's no conversation that I had that I'm not telling you about. I'm helping my friend.
But you may be aware of another conversation.
I could be aware of lots of things, but it's just not my place to tell.
But it is if you're asked. It is fair on the air.
So who was told this thing?
From
Well,
your
I mean, there's nobody else came to me and said, "Hey, Sam, let's kill it."
But Troy came to you.
Sure.
And you're guessing. If you had to guess, would you guess that someone got to
I
Troy?
would think somebody, some conversation
Troy,
probably.
you were told something?
Motivated Troy.
What the fuck were you told?
I've been told a lot of things.
But you work hard, so what the fuck did they tell you?
Well, it's just.
It's a certain time of year.
We just like
too.
calling out the bullshit because we've heard a lot of the crap they tell you guys. Certainly, they've told us over the years, and none of it comes true.
Yeah. Well, I love. I just want to end. I want to end the year strong.
forget
So
It's obvious if it'll blow up his spot. Forget it.
Well, I don't think it will. It can blow up his spot if we are asking on the air.
And Troy and I think, also don't want anyone to think that our efforts in kind of ending the year with a bang are mocking. You know what I mean?
No,
I
of
don't
course
want anybody
not.
to think they're illegitimate.
But again, what they think is irrelevant because we're asking you on the air. So
yeah, but you guys don't sign any checks, so it's not quite irrelevant.
No,
it
it is. But
it's like you guys. If you guys won't hang with us in the meeting, then when we have to get blasted about stuff.
no,
so.
but we'll talk to them after the meeting if they blast you or the next day.
But I don't know if that even really does anything.
Sure, it does because we talk about it on the air and they hate that.
Wait, so you get blasted?
I mean, there's been times that.
By who?
I mean, I think you know the answer to those questions.
Gary and Rob?
Well,
if
I
it's
mean-
Bladder, that's one thing. But Gary and Rob they're just nonsense. They're bean counters.
So
Those are our beans they're counting, though.
Yeah,
So
those are our bosses, though. That's who we have to report to.
A, they can't do anything for your careers, and B, they're empty threats.
Well, I mean, I think that to some degree, but I also think that that they help move things forward. If you
No, they don't.
play by their a little bit of
No, they don't.
because you just can't. I mean, I guess you guys understand that you just can't just be like "fuck you" to everybody and then think that anything good's gonna happen.
We made our careers off
Yeah,
that.
but you guys are
Careers out
different.
of fuck you.
Why
you
are we
guys are
different? Why?
because you
We're
guys
in your spot.
I'll tell you why. Because
We're not-
I'll tell you why. You guys are talent, and you guys are in a league that is just sort of untouchable.
But we were the fuck you guys when we weren't in this league.
But radio was also a different time. then.
Mr. Fuck you, man.
It was also a different time in radio.
yeah, radio was different. It
But
wasn't-
we're not even saying to say fuck you.
30s.
We don't want you to say fuck you. No one's saying to say that. Like,
I think you guys got to kind of call them out on their bullshit because at this point it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything those two guys especially tell you never come true. Never. It might lead to a meeting with Bladder, but then Bladder still has to go to Greenstein. Greenstein doesn't even know you guys are alive.
No, I know that. That's the problem. That's why we have to.
So when those two guys tell you anything, it means nothing because Greenstein has no clue about it.
You got to get a little more anti-Semitic.
around the hallways.
Yeah.
But you're not saying fuck you if we're just asking you questions. I understand not wanting to say fuck you to your bosses because you can't afford to do that. But if we're asking you a legit question on the air, it's a fair
There's a phone, and then we can finally move on. There's a phoniness with the whole thing. Like Gary and Rob, I'll just say it. They can't do anything for you guys. They tell you bullshit, and then it's up to Bladder, and then Bladder can't even do it. He has to go to Greenstein.
Well,
when these guys are bullshit in your face, you got to understand that it means nothing.
I'm a little bit shocked that this is how our work is being responded to.
Yeah, especially because we're trying to give you,
But that's the truth.
Well, I mean,
they think they got some kind of power. They don't. They don't have any.
You are allowed to say that. I am not.
I understand. So I'm saying it on your behalf.
I'm just trying to be as good of a Sirius XM employee as I can, and deliver to the Opie and Anthony show quality and quantity. I mean, volume is definitely important. So
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of material that we give you guys is definitely important, and it's looked at it.
Who suggested to you recently that you weren't producing enough material?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's always something where we could always be giving more, and even if we had been producing around the clock, it's
like
still
oral.
Like they don't really ever hand out compliments.
So someone said, "Let's end this year with a bang." Someone said that term to you. Maybe last week. Let's put out some more stuff. Let's end this year with a bang. So I'm just wondering who used that expression.
No, nobody has used that expression. That's a Troy expression.
You're in a tough spot right now, huh?
No, I'm cool, man. Everything's good. I'm just can't wait to get back in the lab and crank out some more shit.
Get more shit. All right, fair enough. We got nothing done.
No, we got a lot done. You got a bunch of good bits.
You guys talk L.A. Kings and Knicks a lot?
Yeah, we love sports.
Yeah, we're big sports guys.
I don't remember ever hearing Sam really discussing the Knicks.
Carmelo Anthony.
Big fan with the brandy new Knicks hat.
Linsanity was crazy last year.
Do you watch basketball at all?
Last time I saw basketball was when I went to that game with you.
That was a year ago.
That was
almost a year ago.
Yeah.
We were there for the beginning of Linsanity.
That's right.
On a fluke, by the way.
I didn't watch one game since
Sat on a fish?
Sat on a fish.
Wow.
My brother had a couple tickets, said, "You want to go?" I haven't been to a Knicks game in a while, and there we are for the birth of Linsanity.
After that, I did not watch another basketball game, no.
Big Knicks fan, though.
Big.
And Carmelo Anthony went to your school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that alone, you should be a Knicks fan.
I am a Knicks fan. That's why I'm wearing the hat.
They're 8-1. They're having a very good year so far.
See, if you'd asked me, I would have said they're still undefeated. Who knew?
So why the hat then?
I didn't know.
Looks
why
cool.
the hat? Oh, just because it looks cool.
It's an aesthetic.
It's an urban thing you're going for right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, you're falling into the whole thing. You didn't flat brim it, which is
no.
cool.
And I took the stickers off.
Yeah.
That's not that bad though, because it is a local team.
Just happen to be lucky you're in New York because a lot of the local teams make it onto the urban hats.
That's right. I got a Brooklyn Nets hat too. It just happened to be
and
Knicks
the Brooklyn thing. Let me tell you something also about this Brooklyn Nets thing. I don't know much about basketball. I don't think I'm going out on a limb saying that. But this,
I can only imagine where this is
no.
going.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
This embracing of Brooklyn by the Nets already,
right?
Like I think you got to put in a good at least year or two before they start on the sports going, and Brooklyn came out swinging today with, but it's like,
wait, what's going on? I don't understand. I don't think there's anything that different going on.
No, I mean,
there's an excitement because the team moved,
but addressing them as like, yeah, they're Brooklyn, like they've been Brooklyn for fucking forever. It's sort of, you could calm down on the Brooklyn thing with the Nets until a couple of years goes by. They've been in fucking Jersey, all right? It's like, it just seems like they're really pushing the Brooklyn thing to the point where it's like saying, like, if I moved to Brooklyn tomorrow, I'd be like, I'm Brooklyn in the house. Like, no, you're not Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is cool.
Yeah, but
Brooklyn is the epicenter of cool.
They're trying to be ultra cool. If you moved to Brooklyn tomorrow, would you be able to walk around and profess that you are Brooklyn?
Oh, yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You'd look silly.
But I wouldn't do that.
That's how the Nets thing is for me.
I know people do that, but that wouldn't be my thing.
But that's how the Nets is with me. I'm looking, going like, you're not Brooklyn yet. You will be. It's a good start they got going. The place is really nice, the venue and everything. But, no.
It's way better than being in Jersey.
Well, Yeah.
Some of those
anything is.
Jersey teams just kind of sit there.
I've had it with my Jersey sympathy over this hurricane, too. Jersey's back to just sucking ass with me.
Why?
I just always hated Jersey.
You don't like Jersey?
Would never move there. Them and the dumbass jug handles. I hope every jug handle got flooded.
In Jersey?
I hate your jug handles.
Maybe.
I want to make...
Well, you see what happens when you don't have it. You got to do it on the bridge. You know how nice a jug handle would have been in The Godfather? They fucking make a right and a left and wrap around.
Lou invented the jug handle. He's so tired of making that U-turn.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? Yeah, it was Lou's call. You're right.
He drew it up, he submitted it, and they went, "Nice work, Lou."
Very funny. I don't understand your Nets thing, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Like, you mean like sportscasters
Like,
referring to them
It's
as
not.
Brooklyn?
They're embracing the Brooklyn thing.
Because it's really exciting with the new arena.
Well, of course, if I moved to Brooklyn, which I did at one point, it was very exciting. I liked the area and stuff. But to then profess that you're Brooklyn immediately, without putting a couple of years of actually being in Brooklyn in, just seems kind of fake. They're trying so hard.
Are they supposed to downplay the excitement? Because it was a big move for the franchise.
No. Do it in a different way than trying to make it seem like you've been there for fucking 20 years and you're Brooklyn in the house.
But you know what happens when you do that?
What?
You create a false sense of loyalty and sell a ton of merchandise.
I understand the logistics
The
and
economics.
finances behind it, but it comes off as insincere to me and a bit phony.
A lot of people
to embrace Brooklyn when you're not really Brooklyn yet.
A lot of people buying the Brooklyn Nets stuff.
Oh, they love it.
And they're not fans of the
They
team.
love it.
More than probably most fucking NBA
Yep.
teams at this point.
Not only are they buying the Brooklyn Nets stuff, but when I went to the Jay-Z concert, before the season started, the concert was full of people wearing Brooklyn Nets hats, and some reality show was there giving free, real Brooklyn Nets tattoos. Like, not press-on tattoos. Actual, so people were getting the logo on before the season started. The first season hadn't started yet.
But then you're sitting there wearing a Knicks hat. So you buy. I used to call it buying the myth.
Buying the myth.
Like you go to Disneyland or Disney World, and all of a sudden you buy a shitload of Mickey Mouse stuff, and then you go home and go, "What the fuck was I thinking?" But you're in the moment, you're feeling it, so you're like, "Oh yeah." You know, walking around this joint with a Mickey Mouse on your hat or
You
something.
decide
cool.
you're going to get married there, and then you look at your wedding photos, and you're like, what the fuck were we thinking?
Exactly.
Oh.
We look like assholes standing there with a big
Sorry,
mouse.
Travis.
Did Travis get married there?
Yes. Yeah, the big Mickey.
Was it joyous?
The Mickey groom hat and the mini bride veil.
And that Funicello came out.
In her current state.
Yeah, they wheeled her out.
Bothered everybody.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
She came out there looking like a gravy boat.
Yeah,
but I'm not feigning interest in the Knicks when I wear this hat.
I think you are.
I could care less about the Knicks.
Oh.
I don't care if they're losing.
But that's a black culture thing. For the
Right.
most part.
You know who used to do that? Patrice. He'd wear clothing with logos on it and be like, I have no idea. I don't care.
Because the hat would match his shirt.
Matches my shirt.
But
or
that's
my
more black
sneakers.
culture than white culture.
I have a Padres hat. I don't know if they're still playing baseball.
All I'm saying is you've adopted the black culture thing.
Well,
that's more of a black culture thing. I know white people do it, but not as much as black people.
That part of the black culture makes a lot of sense. It's a nice hat.
They wear team stuff out of Patrice went through that phase where he didn't care if it was the Seahawks. He didn't give a shit.
Right.
Where they played.
Right.
Come in looking like
Marlins.
a box of fucking Crayolas sometimes with that yellows and reds and purples, different fucking colored jackets and hats and sneakers.
My favorite ever was the Pink Panther shirt.
And he came in that fucking thing.
You can't wash it.
What?
That was the shirt you can't wash.
You can't wash.
So how did he clean it?
He wore it once.
Right, you can only wear it once.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the black culture. Wearing things just once.
Right.
Sneakers one time. I don't understand that.
One time.
Go feed your family.
It's a fake sense
Why would you buy a
of
pair of
success.
sneakers and fucking wear them once?
Phony success.
Your son's a big success.
Every time
Holy
you go out,
fuck.
it's like you're going to the prom. You got to look good.
Yeah.
But you can't wear your sneakers twice?
No.
I even asked that. Patrice would do that stuff. And I go, you can't wear them twice. No one will know that
And
you.
he go,
And he would, I go, no one will know that you didn't wear them. You know that you wore them twice.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
tell
but-
everyone I'm only wearing it the one time.
Yeah, but
If you saw him on the street and he was wearing the same pair of sneakers that you saw him, he was in studio like a week before.
Guess what? No one even looks down.
They'll all
Gives
laugh
a
at you.
Fuck in the
They'll
end.
all laugh at you.
He'll be like, "Oh shit!"
The
I just
percentage of
saw
people that
Opie."
actually look down at shoes and sneakers are minimal.
White
It's
people don't look
minimal.
down.
I look down at sneakers.
Somewhere in you, there is black.
Oh, there's so much black.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Patrice wouldn't wear the sneakers more than once. He was one of those guys.
No. I've had these sneakers for fucking about a year and a half.
Christ.
I'm really due for new sneakers.
Yeah, I buy one pair a year.
Why bother?
I don't do the sneaker thing too bad. I got a few pairs of sneakers that I don't wear often, but other than that,
How many pairs of sneakers you have? You have more than a few. We did this bit already. You got a lot. You got at least 10 in boxes.
yeah, I probably have like between 7 and 10, and I don't really wear them.
So throw them away.
No, because they're new.
So wear them.
I'll wear them like at a special occasion. Like I wore some nice sneakers when I went to that Jay-Z concert.
And then what happens to those sneakers?
We're going to get robbed.
I'm not gonna get robbed at a Jay-Z concert.
Why do you need to look good for the Jay-Z concert?
You just need to look fresh, you know?
For who?
For me.
You don't look fresh.
I look a little fresh.
Like a fucking gangly Mad Magazine character.
Well, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
So you were like, oh, I'm going to wear these nice new sneakers to the Jay-Z, and no one gave a shit.
No one noticed.
Did you
It was
give
dark.
a shit?
I did, yes, I did.
Stepping in soda.
Thank you. It's dark
gosh.
even at a concert, so that they're not looking down. And you're all crowded together, so you can't even look down if you wanted to look down.
Yeah, but you feel better.
You don't.
No, you don't.
I never think about my shoes unless they hurt.
Obviously.
You know what I think about sneakers? First day when I buy them, you put them on, I go, wow, why didn't I get these? Why
I know,
don't
they feel nice, right?
That feels much better than my old piece of shit sneakers. And then by the next day, you don't even notice.
That's why you only do the first day.
Oh.
You just made his point.
I know.
You just made it. Because within a week, you don't give a fuck about your new
No,
sneakers.
you can't do that
If you're
every day.
a real white guy.
crazy.
Imagine
Sam.
having that feeling every day of your life.
That'd be amazing.
I would love
That'd
that.
be expensive.
Amazing.
That's why I need to make some money.
I like that nice, like you're strapped in. Your foot is strapped in that sneaker.
All tight.
Nice, tight, but
But in, a
cushy.
good, but in a good way.
Yeah,
tight.
not hard
Right.
tight. Nice, cushy, tight. It's supporting your ankle. Everything's good before they all get raggedy and loose like an old vag.
I have a question. Maybe that Sam here is here alone. Do you know anything about what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Aw.
Yeah, because I don't want that to be a waste of time, which obviously it was.
Yeah.
I'm not. I know that didn't go anywhere, but there's some more bullshit going on. I'm sick of the bullshit.
Yeah.
They're either gonna step up and do the right thing. I'll tell you what's going on. There's a lot of guys around here that need raises, and big raises, not the stupid tiny little thing they give these guys every once in a while. And I do believe it's the same shit. And I swear to you, no one talked to me. I'm just we've been in this game long enough to where our suspicions are raised. I would bet that there was some more empty promises given to you guys, like, well, you know, if you do more work and show that you're valuable, maybe
In the
huh?
dark. Dun, 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 dun.
Are they giving out any holiday bonuses this year?
Bonuses.
Bonuses.
Don't companies do that? Or
Noises.
there's no companies do that
Oh, they
anymore?
haven't done bonuses and Christmas parties in probably 10 years.
Any companies?
For the most part.
Okay.
That went away about 10 years
I haven't
ago.
heard, like, people used to talk about around the holidays, like, how'd you do? What's your bonus? Oh, yeah, it was good. They gave me like a week, 2 weeks. Oh, what'd you get for your bonus? And now no one even talks about bonuses. It's a thing of the past.
And then the bonus went away, but then they snuck the really over-the-top Christmas party at you. So
Yeah.
you're like, you're fucking kind of pissed off that you're not getting the bonus anymore. But then you have this amazing night out where, you know, the food is terrific, the entertainment's terrific, the drinks are terrific. You end up fucking half the fucking people you work with.
Maybe I could shoot the manager, sort of like a bonus.
Yeah. And then that snuck away, the big over-the-top Christmas party. But then they give you empty promises like, you know, if you work hard, we might be able to do a thing or two for you.
You want my opinion on what I think happened?
What do you think happened? Just
No one
take a
does.
guess.
There's 2 against you.
See, and I'll tell you what happens, you know, to really go inside.
Yeah.
Then we give these guys the reason why certain things don't happen by talking about it. So that's where Sam is put in a tough spot, and Troy. Because now they'll go to them and go, look, you know, you got to behave more. We really don't want you talking about this on the air. It makes it really tough for us to do the right thing. So we actually give them the excuse, which is not cool.
But anybody who knows anything about radio knows that all that inside stuff is part of the show. It's like management always gets talked about on the air. Not every day, but I mean, if they do something or they say something, it's all fodder. As long as you're not giving out their personal home numbers, you're allowed to talk about it.
Right.
I honestly did not get a conversation.
Right.
But I think Troy, you know, at the end of the year, people get assessed for raises and stuff like that. So I think probably a week or two ago, Troy was probably reminded of, you know, what general time period it was, and that assessments get made.
But
and he decided that his strategy this year is to be like, look at all I did.
Oh. But has it worked out in his favor in past years? Because they probably get that speech every year.
I don't know.
I would say no.
When do you guys have your contract? Because ours is October.
We don't actually have a contract, but the
contract schmontract.
That's
we're just
right.
general employees, but that happens around February-ish.
And if a raise comes to a general employee, when would it be?
February-ish.
Okay.
February.
Usually.
What do they do? Drag you in, give you the old, so, how do you feel you did this year? I would like that one. So,
see if they can get you to talk yourself out of your raise.
What do you think you did? All right, yeah, I sucked. Fuck it.
Right.
Fuck it. How do you feel you did this year? I did great. Fucking great.
I hope.
Gotta tell them.
I hope the new guys change some things around here. It's just ridiculous.
New guys.
You never know what the new guys could be even worse. That's the strange part about that.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, by the way. Troy didn't actually tell me.
Nah, it's you know, certainly would be
Makes
in line
sense.
with
Par for the course, as they say.
Yeah,
Par
for the course is probably what I was
Par?
looking for there. You know, we've seen it over the years. Anyway, all right. So sneakers, great. Jay-Z
Right.
sneakers. So what happened to those sneakers?
They're in my room. They still look good, so I would still wear them again on a special occasion.
Your room at mommy's house?
No.
Oh.
And how many pairs of
At
sneakers
your big
you
boy
got?
house?
My apartment.
Your big boy house.
My one bedroom.
How many pairs of sneakers do you have?
2. One that doesn't fit very well, so I never wear them, and the ones I have on.
I got 2, and one of them I'm going to throw away.
I'm throwing these away like pronto. The second I'm not lazy enough to go to the store, I'm fucking getting rid of these.
I bought sneakers recently, and for me, it's a disaster. When me and Kenny were in Philly, I walked and I bought a pair of Nikes that fit really well. So I actually want to go buy another pair of the exact same sneakers, like just to have a second
You
pair.
have weird feet, right?
Dude, they're triple E width. I have bad arches. My fucking feet are awful.
You're not tall enough to have triple E.
I know.
width.
I have wide boned feet, and I have orthotics in them. It's a horror show buying shoes.
Orthotics.
I do because I have really bad arches, but the orthotics help. But these sneakers, I put them on, and I just whistled a happy tune.
Yeah, felt good.
I was like, I don't want to buy shoes, and I put them on. Right out.
What's wrong with your arches?
I don't know. They're a little off.
Are they flat?
I don't know.
Have they collapsed a little bit?
I
feel
know-
bad for people that have feet problems.
You got
Sam
like
has
a
terrible feet
wide
problems.
foot with no fucking arches?
It's horrible. It's like having a cardboard box flattened under your fucking ankle.
Were you walking on Jupiter when you were a child?
Sam has bad feet. I can tell because he walks with his dumb feet pointed out,
Oh,
which means
his
you're
walk.
compensating for something.
Well, he
His
was
walk.
discomfort.
You were supposed to get that bar.
You think so?
Yeah, your mom did you a disservice.
Oh, the one where they fasten your feet together with some metal pole?
Yeah, I think somebody.
Really?
I think someone in our family had that for a while.
You gotta
to
walk
straighten them out
around
a little
like
bit.
it.
Oh, I thought you meant the tube that goes in. It causes an abortion. That Sam was supposed to get.
What does that bar do? They straighten out the feet a little bit
Huh?
and allow it to grow properly.
Yeah.
I think you were supposed to get the bar.
So you're not pigeon-toed or fucking, what's the other one
Where was the
called?
bar? In between the actual
Knock-kneed.
sneakers?
Yeah, they fucking
I think,
latched onto
right?
your feet.
Yeah, you were supposed to get the bar.
Silly. You
I mean,
look
I'm
like
okay
a-
with it. I'm not physically uncomfortable.
You will be. When you get older, your hips
Yeah.
are going to go.
Really?
Yep.
You get dysplasia.
You're going to have horrible hip problems.
That is. Just
I
sounds
got-
bad.
Is that Ruben's
Ruben stuttered?
Stutter or whatever his fucking name is?
He's not dressed like Ruben stuttered.
Where the guy walking away?
Wow, that guy like has a massive upper half and like his bottom half. He looks like he could be a skinny guy.
The back of his head looks exactly like Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Whose is this? That's mine.
Oh boy.
I'm taking it to my family's
good.
house.
I'm so happy.
Well, I got a tin of cookies.
Because there's
we can open up
delicious
right the
things
fuck
in
now.
here that
Open
you
'em
don't
up.
want to eat, Jimmy.
No, I don't want them. I'm actually happy that belongs to someone.
Yes.
We
I
got.
almost just opened it
Oh.
without asking.
It's a Plugola gift,
Yeah.
Mr. or
guess.
Mrs.
It's Mrs.
Mr. Fields cookies.
Mrs. Fields.
What does Mr. Fields do? Anything?
I don't know that.
Mrs. Fields, I guess.
Mr. Fields don't like fucked by anyone but Mrs. Fields.
There's a big thing of cookies, which I'm trying to avoid, but I keep looking over at Anthony, and I see cookies in my field of vision.
I know, and your Mrs. Fields of vision.
Yeah. But thank you.
Mrs. Fields' cookies are very good.
But finally, I have a delicious treat in front of me now. Egg whites.
Oh.
Yuck.
So why do we got the cookies? They're going to be advertising?
I don't know. They just sent them.
Oh, Plugola, nice.
I guess.
You know, I wanna ramp up the Christmas gifts this year.
Yeah, like what?
That you're giving? That would be nice.
No, that the listeners give us. We only got like one gift each last year from somebody. I really want a lot of gifts from the listeners this year. Yeah, I'm saying it.
I got a great gift from one of the listeners. As
Yeah?
a matter of fact, he wanted me to let him know that I did receive it, and I did. They were lovely, 4 lovely, classic Christmas ornaments.
Oh, boy.
What?
What era are they from?
Yeah. I would say the mid to late 30s, perhaps.
Will you be hanging them?
I might hide them in the tree somewhere.
And then go look at this.
When the little,
Pull
the
pull
little
back a
children go
branch.
to get their presents on Christmas, they'll be like, "Whoa, what's that? It's colorful." Yeah, they're 3 swastika ornaments, and then 1 actually shaped in the shape of a Hitler's head and painted accordingly.
Are they old or are they just new redone?
They fucking look old, and they're. I don't know. And where do you make brand new Hitler and swastika ornaments?
They have goof places to make.
How do you get away
Goof
with
places? What, the same place that makes rubber dog shit and whoopee cushions?
You can't even say nappy-headed hoe on the radio. You think there's a company out there making these
Making
still?
some
Are you kidding me?
swastika ornaments and
That's cool.
Hitler head ornaments.
I don't
it
mean
was,
cool in that way. I mean that.
Well, it was. He wanted me to let him know. So yes, I did receive them.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You're itching to put those on your tree, aren't you?
Not really. I'll be honest with you. Not really. I actually know that the maids and Ange were coming over the house today to clean up and then finish up with some of the Christmas ornaments. So I put them in a drawer so they weren't just laying out somewhere.
Oh, where's our...
They think I'm weird enough over there.
Yeah, they don't need to see that hanging on your tree.
Yeah.
We don't have copies of this guy's book, do we? Heads in Beds. We got that author in today. We have Attell in today and Voss in today. And this guy wrote this book. There was a big article in the Post about it. He exposed a lot of the shit in the hotel industry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
I am too, but we don't have copies of the book, or we do. And
we don't need one.
I was still like to peruse it first.
But I'm just saying, this is an easy one.
I'm a good peruser.
We have at least one in the back, I think.
Yeah.
They only sent 1 copy?
I don't know. We'll check.
I've only seen 1 copy.
Why do they only send 1 copy? What kind of dumb book company sends 1 copy of a book?
A lot of book
I think
companies.
Roland's walking down the hall with the book, and it looks like there's more than 1 copy.
Maybe, but when
looks
did they
like there's
come?
at least 3 copies.
Maybe they came last week, and I'm wrong. That's why I'm asking.
I think they came yesterday. I'm not sure.
Jimmy's a big fan of reading the books before these guys come in.
Yeah, when like Oliver Stones, I couldn't get through, but I got enough of it.
We try to give you every book
but when did these come?
that we get as soon as we can.
I gave it to you before.
No, but when? Last week?
Like a day, 2 days ago.
A day or 2 days ago?
Because we confirmed them later.
Okay.
Oh, God. Rich is here. I can't wait. See, the thing with the Hamas and Israel.
Hey, look, I want an expert opinion.
What I think happens is that, well, here's the thing.
He's scheduled for 8 o'clock, and he marched down the hall at 7, and he's been just staring at us outside the window.
Give him a bus ticket from Tel Aviv.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
We said that yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You just know it's coming when that happens.
We said it yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, did it happen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Bus bombing in Tel Aviv already. That's like their go-to play. That's like their fucking... when Israel starts getting over on them, that's what they do.
I don't even know whose fault it is. That whole region fucking stinks.
Exactly.
That whole shitty region. And it's not just the Palestinians and the Israelis. It's the all the infighting with all these other places. That whole fucking region
Their dumb
just eats my
religious
ass.
laws, their complete lack of any type of modern thinking.
We don't have a concept of what they're thinking. Like I know as a family man, I would never keep my family in a situation like that.
There are a few things
Like
on this world
they
that
insist on staying, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. I would just say, you know what, fuck it. It's not worth it to me. But their religion is so strong that they just think it very differently than us.
religion, their hatred of each other based on nothing but their fucking gods and their dumb books. Right. It's so stupid.
Whole fucking area of the planet.
And then I was telling,
should fall into a hole.
Imagine no religion. It's easy if you try.
Yes, it is.
No God or country.
Yeah.
She's in
Above us,
today.
only sky.
Yoko's in.
Yoko's in this afternoon.
Really?
I'm coming back to meet her.
Right.
No, don't do
She's
that.
got some brilliant songs too. Love that one.
I like that one, and I also like.
Not for her.
Kiss, 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 kiss me, love. Really? I got to meet her, though. She's still. I'm going to be
really?
across the street at Fox. I'm taping Red Eye this afternoon, so it's the
Nice.
same time she's here.
Oh, it's the early tape.
yeah. It's one of those.
Yes, I'll be doing it next Friday.
Yeah, they didn't. They bumped you.
They bumped me for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I emailed and said I can't make it.
No.
And they called Jimmy.
It's not true.
No, it's,
It's not
no,
true.
It's not true.
It's just the pre-Thanksgiving show is notoriously big.
Oh. Oh.
All right, we got Rich Voss. He'll join the program
Yes.
next. Dave Attell's coming in, and Jacob Tomsky, it looks like, right? Mm-hmm. Heads in Beds, his reckless memoir of hotels, hustles, and so-called hospitality.
So-called.
Yeah, most hotels stink, let's be honest with each other. And he's finally writing about it. That's going to be a good interview. All right?
Yikes.
Sirius XM. Follow the Opie and Anthony Show online. Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. Twitter.com/Opie Radio. Twitter.com/Anthony Cumia. And Twitter.com/Jim Norton. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Heading toward the big holiday. A lot of people driving.
Yeah, it's the big getaway day, they call it. The big getaway day. A lot of people traveling. Yeah. I guess.
Ann said it during the break. This is like school.
Yeah.
The day before vacation.
Vacation in school.
You're just so distracted.
You're just like, look at the clock. When's 8th period?
Yep.
What's the matter, Sam? You don't know what this concept is yet?
Vacations is what I don't know what the concept is.
Huh?
Okay.
Long weekends.
Any type of vacation, long weekend, time off.
Yes.
I hear you.
Rich
got
Voss
Thursday
has entered the studio.
All right.
What's up, Rich?
Is Rich Voss.
How are you, buddy?
Miserable.
Why?
He's just always
Talk off the air. Good.
Off the air.
What? You can't just say that.
No, things are good. I'm just things are,
Why would you be
Would
miserable?
you get a
though?
job here?
Why are you miserable?
Things are
You're
good,
still wearing your wedding ring, so it's not that.
That's why he's miserable.
No, things are good with her. Things are cool.
Good.
The other night, I go, let's have sex, and she just was so grossed out. She goes, I'll blow you. Because she didn't want to fuck me. It's like, I'll give you the consolation blowjob.
Yeah.
Why was she grossed out?
Because it's me. I don't know. She just, it's...
You know what it is? It's so unsatisfying to her that she would rather just, get it over with, you come, and not have to go through the whole thing of you pumping away on her.
Well, she got mad. Like the other night, I wanted to. Sometimes, like before, we used to have all these toys and stuff, and we don't have them anymore. And
What kind of toys?
Like a couple of vibrators, that little egg that you
Shove in there. Look at his hands.
Yeah.
Jam in there.
When my daughter was first born,
Oh boy.
I had the egg going. This is true. I had the egg going, and you vibrated on there, okay? And we're both trying to look at porn, right? And I'm all like, I got the egg. I'm looking at porn, and the whole time I'm shaking the bassinet because the baby's crying.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is because she was sleeping in our room. But like last week, she got grossed out because I wanted to use. We didn't have any toys. And I wanted to use like a dildo a little just to fool around. You know what I mean?
For your own ass?
So, yeah. So I have these like Powerade drinks that come in plastic tubes.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about? Like they're
I
like,
could imagine, yeah.
but they're shaped like that. So I went downstairs, and I had it under the sheet so she wouldn't see it. And I get ready to use it, and she looks and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But what's the difference? Because there's Powerade juice, and it still serves its purpose.
Girls don't want just anything shoved up their pussies.
I found that out.
Yeah.
They're so
That's like fraternity shit.
And the outside of that thing has been in like on a store shelf. And,
I cleaned it off.
Was it plastic or is it hard plastic?
It's a hard plastic. It works. I've used it. It's not fucking, if it can get through me, it can get through that looseness. So she didn't want to do it. She just grosses
What'd she say?
She goes, "What's wrong with you?"
What the fuck's wrong with you, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying that, so.
She tried to fuck her with a Powerade beverage.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't want to give you any puss. That's funny.
I want to see what this thing looks like.
Yeah.
It's just it's a tube.
Right.
You
But is it
unscrew
rough on the end?
No, it's perfect. No,
How
there
wide is it?
There might be a. I don't know if there's like a little jagged edge.
Because they absolutely make products knowing that girls, might just
Yeah,
use
what's
it for
wrong with
something
it?
else. We've done that bit too. Some of the things
that they use.
Yeah, just how they shape their products. Those electric toothbrushes. No one gave a fuck that you could get your teeth cleaner. They had something else in mind and said, I think we could sell a lot of these things, make them believe that you could get your teeth cleaner. Especially because they have the little cap that you put over the brush. You know what I mean? So that's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, vibrating.
We were at a flea market once, just walking, and there was a used vibrator, oh, honey, do you know that vibrator we were looking for?
At a flea market?
At a flea market.
A used vibrator?
They had one on the table?
Yeah, you know how people put their shit out there? And it was the old white one, that you get a screw in the big batteries.
Oh, I forgot about that shit. Batteries.
The old white.
Well, it's not a vibrator. It's a muscle relaxer. Yeah, a massage tool.
I would love to be in some of these meetings because they don't. I'll go back to the toothbrush. They're like, girls will fucking use this.
They love the shower heads.
Yeah.
That
right, all
go
that
down,
stuff.
Fucking brush handles.
They're good.
Toothbrushes.
Sometimes
They'll
we'll
use anything.
We'll do a brush thing. Me and my wife, she'll put a brush in my ass, and then I'll comb her hair like that for foreplay.
Why are you doing bits? Why are you doing bits?
Because I'll tell you what,
What
it
are you
started
doing?
becoming a bit when he said, I'll comb her hair.
Right.
It was the truth when he said, she'll put the brush handle in my ass, and he made it into a funny bit.
Yeah.
Why am I doing? Because that's
That line kills. Where did it kill?
everywhere on stage.
Yeah, I know. Why did you feel like you had to do that right
Everywhere.
now? You're doing fine.
I just feel like, I got a little Regan in me, so I figured I'd throw that out.
Yeah, it's a great line, but what are you doing?
I know, I'm
We're
sorry.
having a good conversation.
I've never done a
and
bit
there's
in my
some-
life on this show.
There's some comedy here. You had to go with the guarantee.
Yeah, well-
I want to see what the Gatorade thing. What is it called?
It's like some kind of power.
Powerade.
It's like
In little tubes?
Drink.
I've never seen these
protein
things.
just like a protein drinks.
You don't even know.
Well, I don't remember the name of it. You take it after you work out.
And they're in little tubes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was on.
Okay.
It was on that show.
Protein.
Yeah, like that.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
it?
exactly the tube.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
very dildo-ish.
She shouldn't be that mad.
That's cockish.
The mistake you made, you should have painted it black.
That's
Yeah.
Sorry.
Put foreskin on it.
Slack.
and it was nice and cold,
So she won't like it
Cold.
anymore?
Yeah, don't you like cold? Don't you? Have you ever got blown with a girl that put ice cubes in her mouth? No,
I like
guy.
a warm, wet mouth.
Yeah, we learned that years ago.
I had a girl blow me with pop rocks in her mouth.
Does nothing for me, that shit. I don't need a
what
blowjob
is that?
spiced up.
What?
Yeah.
You're
I need a
supposed to
wet,
drink.
sloppy mouth.
You're supposed to drink warm tea, and then have
boy.
ice water. Remember Laura Korn?
Who
what,
can forget?
what happened to her?
Her hijinks.
She's on someone's foot.
Like,
Who gave you guys a present?
I was, I don't know,
Mrs. Fields.
Mr. Fields or
Mrs.
something.
Fields.
Is that really
Fields.
came from the company?
No, it's a forgery.
No, we decided to fucking go to Mrs. Fields before the show and get a
Yeah.
basket of cookies. Of course it came from the company.
But why?
Because we're fucking really important people.
Love us.
We could sell a lot of products, so this is plug-ola shit.
Yeah.
See, we're talking about Mrs. Fields cookies now. See how smart they are?
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
You
They know
want
what
that,
they're
right?
doing.
You want to wrap that up for somebody this Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever the fuck.
That's going to my family's house there for Thanksgiving.
That's a good
That's what I'm going
idea.
to bring over. Hi.
It's a huge basket
I
of
had
cookies.
a bottle of wine.
Looks terrific.
I'm set.
I can't have any cookies.
Why?
I'm trying to eat better.
How's that working out for you?
It looks great.
Not bad.
No, he does. He's
Not bad.
exercising, losing weight.
He's losing weight, but what does he do with his face?
Oh,
That's just
What is it,
hurtful.
1960?
hurtful and mean.
Why would you do that?
Because
It's the day before Thanksgiving. We're all in a very
Yeah,
good
we're all-
mood, and
We're all
Thanksgiving.
thankful about our
we're getting along with
holidays
each
and
other.
friendship.
We're being nice.
What are you going to do? What
do
do
you
you do
mean?
for Thanksgiving?
go to my sister's house, the rich house, the fucking
Is that
big
what you do?
mansion and
Mansion, where's that? Jersey?
Fucking yeah, baby.
That she didn't earn.
She
and
didn't
that
earn?
bothers you.
What?
Did she earn it or?
Oh, she earned it. That bitch is a hard worker.
What does she do?
Drug companies. She's worked with
Drugs. She sells drugs. Fuck. Nice.
I mean, she used to work with Warner Lambert, then Pfizer took him over. She had major stock. She's like always like a fucking big gig in these drug
So
companies.
she got a nice house?
How much? Fucking makes your house look ghetto.
How much is she
You don't have
worth?
to fucking be mean.
But it doesn't make your house look ghetto.
No, it
couldn't.
is. It's fucking.
What makes her house so much better than Aunt's?
It's on top of a hill, looking where you could see New York, the view of New York from the hill. It's just beautiful. It's the outside is like nice like rocks, not like Italian stucco like everybody else, in his family has. It's not, there's no like horrible statues in it.
Why don't you give Sam write the address while fair? We can look at it on Google Maps or Google Earth.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh,
I don't know if I know the address.
Oh,
how would
it's
I
on
know?
your phone?
I don't know if I know the
I don't
address.
And he goes, "How would I know that? Because it's your sister."
I don't know if I know the address.
Do you know your sister's address?
Yes, I do.
Or your brother's address?
Yes, I do.
I don't. I have it written down.
I'd be able to find it on Google
or at the very
Maps.
least, I could. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not the exact number, but I would be able to pinpoint.
You zoom in, you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, it's a right turn there.
Yeah,
and,
why don't you just
Yeah.
get the right down one of the streets? It's right like on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then Sam can go look it up. We can take a look at this house.
Yeah. See what the hell the hubbub is.
How much is she worth?
Yeah, how much?
How much?
How much is she worth?
How much?
More than $2 million.
What city?
Does she have kids?
no.
Husband?
Huh? No, she's married. Her husband's like one of the best carpenters on the planet. He
Jesus?
Yes.
How much are they worth?
33.
I don't know. She's got a yacht, string of Peloponnes. She has everything.
What?
Nothing. He got it.
Yes, polo ponies.
Of course.
She has a yacht, nice cars.
Best callback ever, by the way.
Oh, yes.
What is a string of
Peloponnese.
What is a string of Peloponnese?
Rachel, you've come back.
Oh, is that, we're close?
That's the road, right?
Right, Rich?
You don't know. You wrote it down.
Rich,
Is that
it's
the
a
road?
map. You just got to know which way you have to turn once you get.
Yeah. Do you know
This
how to
is
get
an aerial
there?
view.
He's looking at it.
It's like,
Do you-
oh, I thought we were looking at broccoli. Trees.
Yeah, that's Bruce's cousin.
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
Broccoli.
You recognize that baseball field?
No, it's up top. I'll text her. Hold on.
It's up top. What does that mean?
It's on top of
I think
the
he meant
mountain.
north.
It's on top of the mountain.
Old Smoky.
All right, I'll text her and ask for her.
Right.
address.
Is she up right now? Selling her drugs?
I don't fucking know. I don't really talk with her.
Why?
He's jealous.
I'm
No,
not
because
jealous.
she's tired of. She's embarrassed by him.
How's
Yeah.
your brother doing?
Oh, I gotta call him.
It's a really short.
You're on the radio.
I called him.
Hey, turtle hands, fucking get to it. Use those fucking use those reptilian things on your fucking wrists.
How is your brother doing?
I guess he's doing okay. The last time I talked to him, the hurricane didn't affect him.
No. Well,
So,
well, the diabetes did. No.
Oh,
Oh God, that's right.
ow.
Sorry, Rich.
That didn't happen.
Now, how's
to
he
me.
doing, though? He's all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Rich has Asperger's.
You think
A partial autism, yeah.
Why?
Because emotionally, he's just.
Dead inside.
But he's a good guy. I love Voss, but he's just a fucking. He's autistic.
Maybe because he's
Yeah.
seen a lot of hard things growing up.
Nah.
And it just made
Yeah,
him
I've
dead
got a
inside.
lot
Even Bonnie knows it.
Hardships.
Hardships.
Yeah, I mean, my life hasn't been easy, but I've
Why don't you like your sister?
I'm not saying it's been
I don't
easy.
dislike her. She's just she's so left wing. It's beyond control.
Oh, politics
It's,
will break up families.
it's just too,
I don't talk politics with
Lefty.
family members.
Self-hating Jew.
Fuck that.
Lefty. Yeah.
it's just
Why would you eat in the middle of a discussion?
Because he's that damn good at this. He knows it.
Rich.
Tell him, Rich. Tell him.
You don't know what you're doing. Well,
You're in the middle of a conversation.
I'm bad with it, but literally he's in mid-discussion. What time? Hold on. Okay.
He picked the worst time to take a bite. Usually we go, I think I could sneak a bite in.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
every once in
you
a while
do.
you get caught and you're like, oh, fuck.
You do have to time the bites or even the size of the bite.
Right.
Like he took a giant bite.
Right when he knew he had to talk.
That's that. Yeah, and then he'll chew gum, and then like knowing he has to. Like if you're
Yeah.
the center of attention at the moment, like if you know you have to talk, you don't.
Then you got to watch
take a
that
bite.
sandwich and not take a bite.
That's a good point, but you know, people are
So,
listening. Do you
so who
think they're
cares
not
if?
eating?
Wait, who cares if she's left leaning? That means you guys discuss it. Because I'm sure I got family members that
Yeah,
don't
but
think
they're
the
so
same way politically, but
closed-minded.
I don't discuss it with them.
They're so closed-minded. It doesn't matter what you say; they'll come up with. They're closed. My father's like that. He's so liberal, and it's not even being to one side. They're too much to one side.
Yeah,
and have to bring it up a lot.
There's no reason with them.
No reasoning.
Yeah, whatever. It's still early. I'm going to kick in.
So why go to your sister's house at all? Why
Well,
don't
where
you
we
just-
gonna, my kids will be there. Where else are we going to go? Me and Bonnie. I'm not going to.
So what happens? You just sit on a couch by yourself and watch the clock?
No, we go there, and I fucking what?
You're just always entertaining.
What did I say?
You said,
That's the beauty.
Where else do we gonna go?
Can you replay that?
It's just these little moments that shouldn't even be acknowledged.
Your
but-
mouth is just a gold mine.
Oh God, it's amazing.
Every time
So
you.
was yours for an escort service.
And then here he is,
That's
brilliantly
a good
fun.
one.
Rich is brilliantly quick.
That's funny.
You are quick.
He is the opposite. He's as dumb as you can be, and as absolutely comedically
Yeah.
brilliant and fast as you can be.
Within seconds of each other,
Nothing in the middle.
which is so strange.
It should be. You should have your own show, like about one person who does it's like a cop buddy movie, but it's used called Dunderhead and Rich.
Does your sister look like you?
Unbelievable.
She's ugly? You're
So
saying
yes.
on the radio that
So
your
yes.
sister's ugly?
Spitting image.
Yes, she does.
So she's your twin.
Oh, he's got it. Let's hear it.
Oh, here.
Hold on. No, Rich, hold on. You put your headphones on. You're playing audio. Okay, Travis.
So why go to your sister's house at all? Why
Well,
don't
where
you
we
just-
gonna, my kids will be there. Where else are we going to go? Me and Bonnie.
Where else do we?
Where else do we gonna go?
Oh, that was her landline.
Texted her landline. That wasn't Dunderhead. That wasn't Rich. That was Dunderhead.
Yeah, Dunderhead and Rich. New this fall.
Yeah, it's like Cagney and Lacey. Or who's the other one? Something in Isles. That off. You know the one I always see it on Broadway. Rizzoli and Isles. It's the worst name. It might even be a good show. Have you seen
It's
it?
terrible sounding, that name.
How is it?
Sound good.
Jake and the Fat Man. That was one.
Yeah.
I think Cannon was in that.
Oh yeah.
Bobby has a sitcom?
I was just gonna see. This is why he's quick. I was just gonna show you a picture of Jake and the Fat Man from the other day. There he is.
You're
Jake and the Fat Man.
Oh, look at it. Oh my God.
Let me see.
You're going over Bobby's for Thanksgiving there, Jim?
Oh,
Yes.
Let me see Bobby. What is he doing?
what the hell?
That's Bobby?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
That's
How long ago was that?
2 nights ago at Del Frisco's.
Oh, man.
I can't believe that's the same guy I met. What? Maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
That young Hispanic, thin Hispanic man.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Speaking of fat slobs, Iraq comes to mind. And
but he's not even here.
I know. But do you know where Iraq was? I was looking through some photos that somebody was posting on Twitter last night. O&A photos or something. I don't know what the fuck I mean. But it was like he had pictures from all NEW shit.
Yeah, it's a Twitter account called OA Photos.
Yeah, OA Photos.
Just posting all the old shit.
Yeah. And there was some Mulcahy's photos from 2000.
Oh,
and
wow.
in the crowd, right up front, a very young Iraq.
No!
Standing there
Can we
Just
find
looking
those?
up.
Really?
Looking
Obviously-
up. Is that the Mulcahy's one?
Yeah, obviously
All right, start the
before-
first. No, keep going.
It's 2000.
No.
Remember this?
Hold on,
No.
hold on. Let me.
Hold on. Get to the Iraq one, though, first. No.
Just keep going. We'll
No.
get to it.
No.
Oh my God, we used to be fucking famous.
No.
Look how
No.
famous we used to be.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Spaz.
No. No.
Spaz.
There it is.
Oh my God.
That's young Nagel.
What the fuck?
Zoom in. Zoom in.
Look at this. Look at this psychotic look on his face.
Yes.
He's an audience member?
Yes.
He's studying us.
Look at him. Look at his
Everyone
face.
else is just having a good time, and Iraq is studying
Wow,
us.
that's a guy that's going to shoot somebody.
Yes.
He's just studying
Dude,
us.
I was going through those last night. I'm like, is that fucking Iraq?
Wow.
Young Mr. Nagel.
Before he worked for us.
I got
Yeah.
blown that night on
by
the bus. I got blown on the bus by a girl, and she spit my cum in the top of the fucking keg and wrecked it for everybody.
Wrecked the keg.
Was that the same
Oh, no.
show?
I don't think so.
Oh, no?
No, because we used to go there. We used to go to Mulcahy's a lot.
Oh, maybe I might have been there for that one. Okay.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I only remember that being once. Sam, go back to us for a second, buddy.
Wow.
Hang on one sec.
Young Iraq.
He's
Like
in
everyone
two
else
pictures.
everyone else is just partying and having a good time,
Yeah.
and he's just like
Oh,
staring.
you know
looking
what? That
like-
was Spaz. I didn't really know Spaz.
And he's in deep
Yeah.
thought.
He was, right? There's the next picture I think he's in also. The very next one.
I kind of like the OA
Yeah,
Photos
there he
Twitter
is.
account.
Yeah.
There's young Iraq.
He's finally updating that again. So do yourself a favor if you're.
Look at him just
Interesting, some old
cultivating
photos.
that additional chin that'll be coming in shortly.
There it is.
He's just cultivating it there.
It's just beginning right
Yeah,
there. Right?
yeah.
The beginning stage.
Yep. That's
Wow.
pretty good.
What is he seeing that's different than everyone else? Because everyone else is just pointing. Obviously, there's tits or something on stage. Just how
Must have
they're-
been a roast on the stage. Yeah, he was there, man. Loving it.
I just brought my penis on Rich's ass, but he didn't move.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah, I had to back off. Nothing worse when you-
Your sister lives in the middle of the trees, it looks like. Does this road look familiar?
Yeah, hold on.
There's no houses. Is it in here?
I don't know. No, that's not it.
It's the
It's
address.
this way. This way.
It's this way. Okay, fair enough.
It's
Watch out, don't hit that car.
Major monster houses.
It's not in this like little gated thing.
No. No, she has a cobblestone driveway.
For a brother.
this is it.
Oh.
For a brother. You said she has a cobblestone, and Anthony said for a brother. Oh, that's a great description of someone being dumb. He's a real cobblestone.
Can you see it? No?
This is it.
What do you mean?
She lives
Go
in the
to
road,
the
I
house.
That's the address that you just gave me.
There's
Well,
no
go
house
that
there?
way or that way?
There's
know,
no
once you-
house. Where do you want me to go?
Drive,
back
down,
into the
drive down the
woods. It's
virtual
woods.
road.
You can't drive down
Where
the
you going?
road because
This
that's where
way?
the address is.
Drive down the virtual road.
Right.
All right, now look around.
Is that,
Is that it?
Oh.
That looks like a cobblestone,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, it's down there.
Oh, my God.
How do we know before you do? I've never been there.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Keep going back. This way.
Is that it?
I can't see the house. Yeah, that might be it.
That's the house?
I mean, I can't go into the driveway.
What?
Why not?
We'll move
Wait.
up a little bit, and we could get a better.
It's roads.
No,
We got a
no,
better
go up the
view of the
road
house.
slightly to the left, and you'll get a better view of
So
the house
amazing.
through
Look at that.
the trees.
You could just. Wow, you could turn the whole picture like that. That's
I
amazing.
love it, Jimmy.
He did this on purpose.
I love
No.
Jimmy. Oh, can't see the house
Did you go
from
too
there.
far?
Oh, I don't bet.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Yeah, it's in the woods.
Wow.
Looks nice, though. That area, a lot of property. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's for a
Well,
person,
you know what?
For a person that voted for Obama, there's not too many Obamas in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm sure they'll tax the shit out of her.
But that is interesting to me. People who have so much money that don't mind the high. The 50% death tax annoys me more than almost anything I've ever heard.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can't even leave your money for your
Yeah,
family.
How
Crazy.
fucking
When you
dare
die.
the government, man?
That's disgusting.
You have to
Insane.
start giving it away before you die. Less than 10,000 at a time.
If
Yeah,
I
no
wanted to live
kidding.
in Jersey, I could have a fucking pretty good place.
What's that?
If I wanted to live in fucking Jersey,
Yeah,
in the
you're-
woods of Jersey,
Well, that's not the woods. That's overlooking New York. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's up in the mountains.
But it's still cheaper.
How far
not
away
like
from the
in,
city?
Huh?
How far away from the city?
That's probably 35 minutes, 40.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's That, believe you me, is the prime. A 3-car garage with, where you could build an apartment above it. Ceilings that are so fucking high.
How much did that go for? That house and the property?
I would have to say it's probably worth $2 million.
Jesus.
Ugh, does that make you sick?
Totally.
Yeah.
She just got stupid money.
No, because I got to live in Nassau County.
Right. All right.
Well, your house is great, though.
I know, but you know what? For what I paid for it, I could go to a place in Jersey or fucking
castle.
Imagine if I moved to Pennsylvania, I'd own half the state. My state. Yeah.
They would call it your state.
My state.
And you
Anthony Vania.
And you could hunt year round.
Yes.
In Pennsylvania, that's
maybe
what
the
they do.
most elusive and clever of prey.
And in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, the #1 capital in the country for white supremacy.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I just know.
Well,
How do you
everything
know
down
anything?
south.
Someone taught you, or you read it somewhere. But they're #1 in the country. With York and different areas. It's
How do you know that, really?
per capita.
I don't believe
#1.
that. I
Oh,
think
look
it's
it up.
What did you just say?
South.
I said Pennsylvania is the #1 state in the country for white supremacy per square mile.
No, you didn't say square mile.
Well, it doesn't matter.
What did you say? Per
Yeah.
what?
Per what?
Per what?
Per capita.
Per capital.
Per capital.
Well, how else do you fucking say it?
Capital.
Don't give me
Yeah.
that.
Per capita.
You're gonna learn something today. Per capita.
Per capita.
Per capital. There's one capital per state, so it's always per one.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't
Voss.
get
What,
it.
what are you promoting? It was a great appearance. Thanks for
Oh,
coming
thanks.
by
I'm at
today.
Gotham
Oh,
this
shit.
weekend.
Yes. Okay, starting what?
Friday, Saturday, Gotham.
Very cool. GothamComedyClub.com to see Rich Voss.
Where are you New Year's Eve?
He'll be at the Comedy Shop in
New
New
Year's
Jersey.
Eve?
Where's that? Oh, you in Jersey?
No, New Year's Eve, I'm in that place in the Poconos. I just got it.
You're not in Buffalo?
No, I'm there the week after. You're there. I'm there like the 2nd and 3rd or
Okay.
whatever, right after you.
I'm there New Year's week. I'm curious to how that club's going to do the helium up there. It's not open yet, I don't think.
It's not
I
open.
think are you opening it?
I hope not. I mean, because I wanted the bugs worked out first, but they said that they're working on getting it open fast. It's harder to go into a club when it's brand new because there's no history of people going there. People are weird creatures of habit. They build up mailing lists.
Yeah.
They go back. They see a few shows. It's always easier to go once the club's been
Yeah,
there.
I'm
for-
there that like 3 days after you,
All right.
which I get the worst week of the worst week.
We'll be
worst
back
weeks.
with Dave Attell and more with Rich Voss.
Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Got Dave Attell coming in too today. Rich Voss in
Yes.
studio. His wife's not having sex with him anymore.
Yeah, we are people.
I was just that one time.
Yeah, no, people on Twitter, this and that, they go, you don't have sex. We have sex with a married couple, with a kid that's, we have it. But the kid comes and sleeps in our bed in the middle of the night,
But in the middle of the night, you're not having sex. Sex. Don't you get it done before then?
Yeah, we get it. We probably watch one Homeland, take a break real quick, do it, then watch another Homeland. Or something.
Really?
We do it in between snacks and shows.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And we get real quick.
In the middle of a Homeland marathon, you get a couple in, right?
Real quick, and we just knock it out.
Knock it out, get it done.
It's kind
Yeah.
of the point where it's like a bathroom visit, just kind of doing a life function.
Yeah, it's,
No real.
Is it like brushing your teeth? You just got to do it. Or
it's like a chore.
yeah.
A chore.
Does she still get turned on by your hairy abs?
She gets turned on. I don't know. She goes, just pretend you're someone else every time. And closes her eyes. So, it's good. It is what it is. I'm older. After a while, I think you start to lose interest a little.
That's what everybody says when you're married.
Or even when you get older. I mean, you just, what the heck? I've done it all.
Language.
I've been with supermodels. I've been with, major players. After a while,
Really?
It's just crazy. She thinks I'm gay because I say gay things, It's,
What are gay things?
Yeah, what are some of the gay things you say?
I remember getting fucked in the ass.
Nice. What do you mean you say gay things?
I don't know, jokes when we're doing our podcast. My wife hates me on iTunes or Riotcast, and whatever. She just takes everything.
Okay, what's one of the things you'll say that she'll take
like
wrong?
if we're watching a porno and some girl's blowing a guy, I go, how lucky she is.
Oh.
Go look at her.
Well, the reason your wife probably calls that gay is because she overhears you saying that out loud alone. I had higher hopes for that.
Yeah, I hear
It
you.
was too wordy.
Fair enough.
It's like,
Yeah, it's true. I really
you're
did cock
doing a
up on.
documentary on a joke.
See, you should have just left it at wordy.
I should have. It's what? There's not a lot of energy in here, and I always notice that right before a holiday and a break.
We said that.
We usually have crazy shows before these, but
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know what
so
happened.
angry at my fucking manager right now. If I
Oh boy.
I'm just
What happened?
I'll tell you off air. It's nothing major, but it could just be if it's one of these scatterbrain things. I'm just so I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I have a feeling he was supposed to do something that he didn't do.
Oh.
And if it hasn't been done, I am so fucking livid. It's like,
What's a manager?
A guy who you expect to do things who forgets.
Your guy is so good, like as talking to. Like I don't know about business, but he's the best guy to hang out and talk with.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he's a smart guy, and he's great at communicating with people, and people like him. But he's scatterbrained sometimes, and it makes me like so angry. I want to bite myself.
Boy. Because you're really persistent or whatever. What's the word? Not persistent. Kind of like obsessive. You're.
But when I say let's call
responsible, you're responsible.
When I say let's call somebody, and I hear no, Jim, no, okay, I will, and it's like that person hasn't been called or whatever, like that makes me fucking nuts.
Does that would that get you madder than Kenny not bringing your pillow on the road, your special pillow that you bring?
I don't bring a special pillow.
That's what I heard. That you bring a pillow.
You heard incorrectly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean my neck pillow?
No, not your neck pillow.
That's what I bring. I fly
your
with.
Neck pillow that falls right through your head because you don't have a chin.
I understand.
Every time you wake up, it's on your forehead on the plane.
Oh, wow.
When's the last time you flew coach? Like, do you always fly first class?
Yeah.
By getting bumped up or in the contract? I know, not with Leno, I mean club, gigs.
When I'm paying for it, I'll either upgrade with miles, I'll fly on miles, or I'll pay for it. But I pay for very few flights overall, so it's worth it to me. It's a write-off.
But it's almost impossible to get bumped up now.
Yeah, that's why I United, that merger, that fucking airline sucks my dick.
Oh, I got to tell
Continental was pretty good.
Yeah.
United is fucking...
What's wrong?
They're just terrible.
I've flown United a bunch of times.
My
I
miles
haven't
are
really noticed it.
expiring.
Oh, that
Continental
type of
miles
shit.
never did.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just...
What do you mean expiring?
They're just...
If you don't use them, they're expiring? What do you mean?
In mid-use, they actually kick you off the plane. They'll only fly you halfway to L.A. They boot you out over Minneapolis.
But how could they expire your miles?
Exactly. I don't know. They're absolutely terrible.
Let me tell you about those scumbags, United. I had a pair.
But who else could you fly? We're
I-
running out of
You're right.
options.
American or Delta, I've been flying.
We're running out of options.
Do you know
here.
how bad you have to fuck up to lose me as that airline? How loyal I was for years.
Loyal, you got us all involved.
I got him involved
I didn't
in
give
Continental.
I didn't give a fuck about flying until Jimmy started telling us. Now we all do what you do.
They don't care.
When I flew, I had those sunglasses you told me, the Maui Jacks that were like $300.
You got them.
No, not anymore. They were stolen out of my golf bag, along with another thing, a harness.
You told the story already.
No, I didn't tell the story.
I think Bonnie told us.
No, but here's the thing. Maybe I did. I don't know. All I know is I'm not getting the money back. But they caught the TSA agents in Newark that were stealing the stuff. Okay.
TMB?
What's that?
TSA?
Yeah, TSA.
Yeah.
They caught them. They caught them.
Sneaky.
But yet my stuff was
That ain't
stolen.
sneaky.
And
But
I
is
don't get anything
United,
back.
hold on, if it's a TSA agent and not a United employee, wouldn't that be the TSA
No,
you have to go
I
after?
handed my bags to United. I didn't hand them to TSA.
Point being,
that's true.
you wanted your glasses back. Say, hey, you know
I
who
just-
stole them, so give them back.
Do they find they prove that he took your stuff, or they just know an agent was stealing?
An agent was stealing. Same thing happened in Miami. I had stuff stolen in Miami, and then 2 months later, I read Miami TSA agent arrested for stealing electronics and stuff.
So what's their response?
No, we don't cover sunglasses. We don't cover. Just a list of things they don't cover.
It's all the stuff they steal.
It's in like if you
and that's
look at
why
the
they
list,
steal it. Exactly.
So they don't cover it. So you basically, if you have something stolen, like they don't cover electronics. So if you have something electronics stolen out of your suitcase, you better say pants. And these are the people. What?
Just a mid-story cough.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm just. It's furious.
It is
Infuriating.
It's furious. It is.
It is furious.
Yeah.
Just But Southwest, you want to fly them, but you're scared.
Why would you want
because they don't have a hub, so it's like how do they work on they land and go, hey, does anybody have a hammer we could borrow, or we got to work on the plane? Do any of you guys have a lift that we could use? Because where do they work on their planes? They don't have a hub.
I'm not even going to deal with that airline.
Southwest.
Remember the old days with the new airlines, and you go to this weird part of the airport that they just kind of set up a makeshift place to check in. What the fuck am I flying?
I love walking down memory lane
kiosk
with
in
you.
the food court.
Right, exactly.
People's Express used to pay on the plane.
People's Express.
So
I remember
I was doing drugs, and I'd get on the plane with no money because I did.
I'm going to make believe I've never heard this story before.
Did I tell it?
I actually don't know the story.
Huh?
I don't know
I'm
the story.
sorry.
No, I don't know the story.
I'm sorry, and I'll make believe I don't watch you in your nose half the show.
He's quick.
Okay.
You're gonna get.
Oh
you're gonna get a beating back if you go after Rich.
But you have to.
But you have to because he is a quick
Here's
motherfucker.
the thing, because you
tell
got
the
so
people
many
story
new
again.
listeners.
Dude,
I
it was
don't
a
fucking
joke. We were just joking the other day. We tell the same 5 stories a million times.
Oh,
so we do the same shit.
I just didn't have any money, and because I do it spend on drugs. Then I would call the club owner and say, "You meet me at the airline and pay for my ticket," because they would come down the aisle to collect the money, and you go, "Oh, I forgot my wallet." Or
It was
something.
the weirdest thing.
No ID you didn't need back then? Wow.
No, man. I would fly to I guess Buffalo at the time on People's Airline. It was the weirdest thing. You actually paid on the plane.
Hey, Rich, I found your wallet. You must have left it over my house.
Right.
And that's Continental bought People's.
They did.
Yeah, that's who Continental took over. People.
And it was cheap too. How much was a flight?
Like there were flights for $19.
Yeah.
19 to like Buffalo or Boston.
Wow, that's
that's
crazy.
about right.
$19. There was some for 29.
Way less than 100. I remember that.
And United is this merger makes me
It's not a
fucking
merger,
sick.
it's a takeover.
Yeah.
Because so many
know.
Continental
Serious.
employees got
Did take
fired.
over XM.
Terrible.
They say merger.
Yeah, it is
That's
like the
bull.
XM Sirius
God.
merger, and meanwhile,
And
we're the last bastion of XM left.
I don't see an XM sign anywhere.
Oh no, they would love to just chop the XM off the Sirius XM logo.
Oh, I do see it.
Really brilliant on their part.
And they
Good
Get rid
move.
of all the creative people. That's smart.
That was the fantastic management at XM was fucking.
Well, the management sucked, but there
Bunch
was
of
some
fucking
creativity over
pussies.
there that
how do you
Sirius
lose
didn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
the
So they got rid of
giant
everybody. And
the
then just
giant
decided to
lead.
pay one fucking
Financial
guy
lead,
who doesn't do
technological
radio
lead.
anymore.
It's amazing.
subscription lead?
Does maybe 4 shows a fucking month while everyone else suffers and
Amazing.
haven't had a raise in years.
What's
up, Rich? What happened?
Poor Sam.
What happened?
He's the only one who still has hopes and dreams. And
Sam?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit'll go
look at
away.
him. He's got that youth, and things are going to
He's
get
30.
better.
What youth?
He hit 30, and look, he's slumping already.
Yeah.
You're 30?
29.
Exactly.
That's 30.
That's 30.
Yeah, it's not as optimistic.
He's
as
got to
it-
work hard. He's got to work hard and hope because he's got a girl that's out of his league. So he's
Yeah.
got to fucking, he's got that going for him, which means things
is
like
nice.
fucking house and everything else. So, he's fucked. He knows it. He's fucked.
Hold on, the Grim,
Dave
Dave
Attell.
Attell,
the
take
Grim
a seat.
Reaper just walked in.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, jeez.
Good morning, guys.
Take
How are
that
you,
one right
Dave?
over there.
You must be very happy. They got the guy who works at the kitchen at the cellar.
I know. This is the finally anti-Arab headline.
Is it?
Yeah.
Post is more conservative.
Is that the Macy's Day Parade? What is that?
Holy shit!
How horrible! We're looking at the Post.
Yeah.
How horrible is that? That's your end, where you're slowly being dragged by a low-end motorcycle, or is that a moped, down the streets of Kaboom Avenue in Gaza?
The wonderful Gaza Strip. Yes, yes.
That is a horrific
Gaza
picture
funny
right
bone.
there.
I thought this was the upcoming Sons of Anarchy.
But they look like they're having a good time, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I was asking Ant, do you just go back to your regular job after that?
Yeah, you just go to work.
Like
Back at the Rocket Tunnel Factory.
whatever, you know.
The Rocket Tunnel Factory.
Like, how do you pull off dragging a body to the streets on the back of a motorcycle and then go back to your regular job the next day?
God. But look.
I hope he's not black, because they would find a racist thing.
Well
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I understand.
We'd have
You get
to-
so nervous talking about race, don't you?
Not at all.
No?
No, never.
Say it.
Never.
You're not afraid to
Say
be
the
called
word.
a racist?
Say the word.
What word?
Drop
You
it.
know.
Drop
Oh,
the big
right
one.
now.
Unemployed?
Wow.
Illegitimate?
Good morning. Wow.
Wow, Dave Attell, I'm
they
really
moved
sorry I
Let's
had to
go,
walk into
Romney.
this.
You know what I also like, if you study the picture the way I do, they all use the same level of buzz clipper. All the guys, you see that? Yeah. It's like somewhere between downtown Brooklyn and
All the Hamas.
a 3.
And they
Give me
all-
a 3. We're going to be dragging a body. I want to look good.
And they all dress like Daryl Hammond.
Yeah, it's the picture of Hamas dragging the collaborator body
Yeah, that's
on the cover of the New York Post.
You don't see that on Homeland. That's for sure.
No,
The
you
real-
certainly don't. Why would you? It's very realistic.
Wow.
It really is. They've come quite a ways on with the newspaper covers. They wouldn't have shown dead bodies years ago.
Yeah.
They never really showed, and they still have a problem showing dead American bodies.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we can't do that, but this guy, who gives a shit? You know,
Because we're so well hung. They can't
But
do
we
that.
don't really know. We don't really know if he died.
That is true. Who knows?
Maybe he overslept for the Rocket Factory tunnel.
That might be a reverse photo. He might be actually dragging them. It's a strongman competition. He's like, watch me drag 13 militants.
You know, there is definitely a homoerotic thing to it. All the guys on, it's like, hey, man, you want to ride on my back? We're going to be dragging a guy through the thing. You can hold on. It's a little nervous.
Yeah,
It's
ride
scary.
bitch for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does seem.
Can you imagine sitting on the back of the bike, the smell blowing back on you?
Of just that whole region. It smells like 5,000 years of.
And this one's got 3 guys on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I call the fucking home run bike. This guy, one guy in the middle.
Wow.
It really is a pretty fucked up situation. We did kind of want to get Rich's take on it because we ran through it yesterday. A lot of people very confused over all the years, very confused as to what the problem is there.
Listen, I've been all over Twitter with this, okay, arguing with
Have
your
you?
listeners that are pro-Arab and pro-Palestinian. And here's the thing. You can go throughout history, the embassies in Africa, the USS Cole, the World Trade Center, the bombings in Spain, the bombings in England, the World Trade Center again. None of those perpetrators were Jews. Okay? So, and these are terrorist acts throughout the world, not only against Israel, throughout the world. So, what I'm saying is, not the most peaceful people on the planet.
What if the Palestinians say that Israel's behavior in Gaza is a form of terrorism?
What if Mexico says our behavior in Texas, okay, is unacceptable?
Oh, well.
You come
And then
right
started
up that one.
firing missiles into Texas.
Okay. What if
Unprovoked.
Mexico wants their land back in Texas and California?
But maybe that's the answer. If instead of rockets, they were sending in meth, coke, and, of course, pot,
yes.
then that would work. We'll be
is what
right
they're-
back. I don't know.
That's okay. You do better with props.
All right, sorry. I didn't know you were so ramped up on this whole
No.
thing.
Oh.
Bring
I'm
up the
not ramped up
USS
on-
Cole. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No,
What's the
I'm
solution,
just-
I didn't know you
Rich
went
It's
for
just-
Blackwater. I
it's
didn't
just-
know you
What's the
part of
solution?
the global
What's
security
this?
net.
We need solutions here, sir. What's the
Solutions?
solution? Yes.
Well, here's one of my solutions. Being that Israel is no bigger than New Jersey, surrounded by, I don't know, 10, 15 Arab states, and then
Crazy.
into Africa with Libya and that continent, why doesn't maybe one Arab states say, hey, you know what? We'll take some of the Palestinians.
That's what I said yesterday. Yeah,
and you guys take some. We'll do it. But they won't do it because it causes conflict against Israel. Even if Israel gave Palestinians land, they would still find another reason to attack. Arafat, when Clinton tried to sign a peace treaty with Arafat, Arafat said, well, we want Jerusalem. That's like America saying to Russia, okay, we'll give you D.C. It's not going to fucking happen. They're not giving up Jerusalem. So if other Arab states chipped in and took some of the Palestinians, all right, then maybe there'll be a solution. And even with the Palestinians being taken, what's going to stop the crazy man in Iran who's anti-Israel, who's building a bomb? What's going to stop him? So how do you make him happy? You can't. It's impossible. There's too many enemies.
I don't like the fact that you just didn't remember his name. So you said
Ahmadinejad.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
So what am I going to do?
All right,
I don't
you know
want to
what?
say it.
I stand corrected.
All right.
This
And
is
it's
serious.
crooked with no
you're right.
posture.
He remembers it because it's close to what he hears all the time. I'm a total clod.
But you could ask him. He knows. He knows his stuff.
Yes.
It's fighting. You know.
So there's going to be no solution, obviously, ever.
The solution is when other Arab countries get
But that's not
involved and
gonna
say,
happen.
"We're going to help take."
Why
the
would they do
Palestinians."
that?
When,
They're not
you
going to
know,
do that.
Why would they?
Well,
do
this
that?
is still going to happen because I do believe that Hamas is like at the strong arm of Iran right now. And Iran's supplying Hamas with the missiles that they're firing indiscriminately into Israel. And Israel is using this as an excuse to get rid of these fucking missiles. Maybe as a preface to an attack on Iran, because they don't want... Iran can't just indiscriminately shoot missiles into Israel right now. But they can supply missiles to Hamas, and then they could lob them in, and that's exactly what they're doing.
not only that, why this conflict is going on, it gives Iran more time to work on their nuclear weapon.
Well, believe me, with fucking the shithead we elected into office, he's got all the time in the world to fucking do whatever he wants to do, because no one is going to call him out unless the United States is behind more than just these do-nothing sanctions against Iran. This motherfucker is building a bomb. There's no doubt about it. And he just got elected for 4 more years. He can sit back. You won't hear anything about jobs anymore. You won't hear about fucking the economy. It's done. He's done. He's got the job.
I think you might be wrong. Obama's been much tougher on foreign policy.
No, he hasn't.
Than I would have thought.
He's had a couple of high-profile things that have gone on. Of course, Bin Laden, huge. But that any president in office would have done that. I cannot accept the fact that some president would have gotten that intel and gone, nah.
I think a president might have gotten that intel and told Pakistan. I don't believe a president would have gotten that intel and went into Pakistan.
Not this many years later. Not with the history that Pakistan's had with fucking us as far as trying to get this motherfucker. Any president would have fucking done the same thing.
He's targeting, he's doing predator drone strikes more than... I like the fact that he's not... He's doing a lot. His own base hates what he's doing. They hate the way he's handling it, and I love the fact that he
just uses the base to get the job. Now he's doing shit that, of course, the military wants to do. He's not coming up with these battle plans for fucking predator drones.
No one is, but I'm saying
there are people. The CIA, fucking Homeland Security.
No president. I mean,
but yeah.
But they either take the fall or they get the credit. I mean, Jimmy Carter didn't actually clean out those whatever it was that caused the helicopters to crash, but he took the hit. Nixon didn't break in a... You know what I'm saying? It all kind of...
But also, when you have somebody that just decimated the military like Carter did, it was kind of his fault that they had inadequate equipment and training to go on a mission like that. So it all does come out in the whoosh.
When we overthrew the Egyptian government and took him out and put the Muslim Brotherhood in, who is a fraction of Hamas.
A what?
I said a fraction.
I know you
Holy
did.
shit.
Why?
Don't answer.
That's not the word?
No, it's a good word.
Keep going.
All right. It is the word.
Okay, you would know.
A faction.
Greece is the word.
I meant faction.
Have you heard?
I meant early in the morning I make mistakes, but you know where I'm coming from. The thing is, Egypt and Israel did have a peace treaty.
Yeah.
And Egypt, who is probably the biggest, most powerful country in the Middle
Biggest
East.
Muslim country.
Okay, now run by the Muslim Brotherhood.
Hey, then we can't cry. We want democracy. That's what they want. They elected them. Fucking stop saying we want them to have democracy. Let them elect
Because
who
it
they
sounds
want.
all well and fine, but, you know, Mubarak is another one of these guys who knew how to handle his fucking people.
Yeah, he was an ally of the U.S., and people want democracy. Let them vote in who they want.
Well, hey, let's just agree to disagree. What are you going to do? Drag me through the streets behind a motorcycle? I just want to know one thing. If Israel is the size of New Jersey, where is their Chris Christie?
Really?
Would that be Netanyahu's?
I think that's Perez.
Yes. They needed 4 more guys to help drag him because he's fat.
Where is their Springsteen? Who is the Springsteen of Israel? Modi?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who is it?
You ever been to Israel, Rich?
No, I was supposed to go when I was 16.
What kind of Jew are you?
Really?
You
Have
didn't
you,
even go
been
to
to, have you
Israel?
been to Italy?
No, but I don't sit there professing and tattooing guinea shit on me.
I've been to the Olive Garden.
The dry
several
hair,
times.
the fucking horrible mansion you live in.
Curse of my people.
Yes. You know, and by the way, as was pointed out to me by Ray Abu Salim, and I did know this and I forgot it.
Jesus Christ.
He won't be flying over the holidays, I suppose. With a name like that.
It might,
think he has a tough time flying?
Are you thinking about the Oslo Agreement? I think because I believe the right of return was the problem. That was they would not. The right of return meant that Palestinians could come back, and the Israelis wouldn't sign off on that because that meant that eventually the Palestinians returning would outnumber the Jews,
right?
And they would be the majority,
right?
So I think that was the main sticky point was the right of return. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I think that's right.
Well, also, too, Israel gave land back in Egypt after the 6-Day War, which they...
No, the Yom Kippur War.
No, the 6-Day War.
No, they gave back the Sinai Peninsula after the Yom Kippur. That's what the 73. Six-Day War is where they won all the land. That was the win. That's when every Jew felt they were tall and had hair and everybody's great. 67.
And they gave it back after Yom Kippur War.
Yom Kippur, yeah.
Which they were attacked on the
Or as
holiest
the Egyptians call it, the October War. See, they won't even agree on the name of the war. I mean, honestly, we call it the Vietnam War. What do they call it over there?
The fucking United Nations.
The Oliver Stone?
Go
ahead, dude. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's too many...
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
That's it. The matzo ball soup.
But I think the real interesting thing is the rocket. I mean, a rocket attack. Let's say you're sitting in your house. And all of a sudden, they blow a siren, and it's rocket attacks. What would you do? Honestly.
What would you do, Rich?
Yeah. I'd go into the basement, or I get my golf
clubs.
No,
not career-wise.
I get my CDs, and I build that.
Yes, I hide behind my teeth.
I mean, like, that's the really scary thing about it. They have, like, rockets coming at them from all these different places.
That is some crazy shit.
And
those
Tel Aviv,
rockets.
which is the, like the hottest town in Israel, it's supposedly like the coolest town in the Middle East. Like Tel Aviv, it's like, gay.
It's like Austin.
Yeah, it's like Austin. They've got their own, like, South by Southwest, Mideast by South something. They got a really good Galleria there. I don't know what they...
And the funny bone.
They got a funny bone there.
Yeah, they have a little kiosk for clitoral circumcisions.
Mm-hmm. And, it can hit all the way through Israel, so it's pretty weird.
So what would you do?
If I was the Israelis, well, I kind of take the different track. I think the Palestinians should have some land there, much like reservation style, like where they get, like, their rights and everything. They can do whatever they want, sell cigarettes cheaper. And then, they should just get through it already. I mean, it's like forever this thing's
Now,
going on.
say they give them that land. Do you think there will be peace in the Middle East?
I don't think there'll ever be peace, mostly because that's the area of the world where people talk with their hands, so they're emotional. Like, everything is very emotional. Even I think I was watching like an Israeli show, and it was just like pure emotion. Like, it was like one of their, I guess, like Good Morning Haifa or something. It was really just emotional. So, but I don't think there'll ever be a peace the way we know it
so
in this great
if
land.
there's never going to be peace, why weaken your borders if you
Well,
know
people have the right to, have a life and all that kind of stuff.
They were Jordanians before the 6-Day War, and all of a sudden this whole Palestinian thing popped up, after the 6-Day War, where 6 countries try to abolish Israel.
I don't know.
So
they are in the middle of some shit there, aren't they? Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I love hummus and falafel.
But not Hamas.
No, big difference.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
the food is delicious.
Yeah, but what about like the whatchamacallit, the Syrian thing that's happening over there? Are you worried about that? Us, like they're having their revolution. So
No
you think
one
it's gonna
even
be the same
cares.
thing?
Dude, there's a
They're
lot
fighting
of dead
amongst each-
people.
No one even gives a shit about
And we're
Syria.
not doing anything about it.
No.
either. We don't get involved in that.
That colonial, that documentary on Obama was interesting about how he's anti-colonial.
Yeah.
Like in the ones he's gotten involved with, or so and so, or where there's been a colonial influence. But in Syria, there's not. And I guess in Egypt, I guess, well, I was kind of
2016?
propped up. Seen as Mubarak was kind of seen as like a propped up U.S. ally.
But did you
So
see
we kind of supported the revolutionaries.
in that documentary, the people throughout his life
that's what
were all anti-Semitic,
Anti-colonial.
Who? Obama?
Yeah, I mean his professor, his mentor,
His grandparents.
father, right? All of them. Father, who was married 5 times?
Yeah.
What a piece of shit Obama's father was.
Yeah, he was 5
Obama's
times.
father, a lump of shit.
Did he die
that
drunk
guy.
driving? He
Yes.
died in a car accident, I think.
He died in a car accident. He's was just fucking everything that moved. Just an irresponsible lump of shit.
See, I would have said a great guy.
His son fucking idolized him, and he was nothing but a womanizing
But his
communist.
son never saw him. You can't. That's one thing you can't blame Obama for his father's.
Well, he should have said he was a piece of shit, not write a
discrepancies.
book about the fucking dreams of my. Fuck you.
Well, his dad was supposedly really super intelligent, but he grew up in like a weird thing where he wasn't able to I guess achieve all the goals that he had, and he also
His mom
drank.
hated America so much she had to go find anyone else to fuck than an
Exactly.
American guy. Anyone else. Where am I? Fucking Kenya? Give me some of that dick. Where am I? Fucking
Indonesia?
I'm in Indonesia. Give me some Indonesian dick. She's amazing. She's like fucking. She's spreading a cunt open to Epcot.
But where
She had one too many
Please,
bad
have some
fucks.
respect for the dead. Please, it's a holiday.
But I mean,
Step over there.
I mean, you saw.
supposed to be
his
thankful.
you saw the movie. All the professors, everybody was pure anti-America, anti-Israel.
People hate
And these-
America.
These, I mean, and they were
his
major
influences.
on his life.
Right.
So
You grow up in that
you-
atmosphere of just literally communists.
Yes.
Not just, oh, that guy's a communist. No, this guy identifies himself as a communist. His writings are communist, and he's one of the mentors that Obama had. It's just...
And besides, communist, anti-Semitic, and also, you're.
I don't mind that part.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. But the thing is, why can't we disagree without being violently disagreeable?
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yes.
I didn't
That's
make
good.
that up.
That's an excellent point.
You want a bagel with some lox?
I was kind of hoping after that whole Jew talk that you're going to pull out a nice ham and rye. Like a real...
Yeah, he's a trooper, Rich.
Right.
And that's what I think. A kielbasa? Anybody?
How long? How long is this? Can this last without it going bad?
10 minutes.
What are you eating there?
It's
It smelled.
cream cheese and lox and capers.
When did you
but
get
I-
it?
Wow.
Oh, capers,
Did you
nice.
take it out of a bomb shelter?
Holy-
You just bought it.
Yeah, capers.
Yeah. Well, how long
You
does
don't
it
like
last?
capers?
before
Why
it
they're
goes
crimes?
bad?
How long does it last before it stinks up the room like bad poon? Like 10 minutes.
It
That's
is
a
a
weird
kipel.
early morning. On the road, you don't eat that.
What are you talking? This is a good breakfast. It's late.
I know,
up
but on
and
the
eat
road,
it.
There's no way you're going to find Jew food like
Wait
that.
till
really?
the break.
Where
You
are
find
you?
that in
You're in the middle of a
Alabama?
discussion, and you're going to eat a bagel.
Yeah, we got some of that right behind this tree here. Jew boy, why don't you come back here?
That's where you're wrong.
Glock kosher.
On
Where
the
can I
road,
find it here in Pittsburgh?
When I go on the road, I go to the supermarket and I buy my food and I bring it back to the hotel and put it in the refrigerator.
Wow,
Fascinating.
That is so.
This guy wants in on your.
We know exactly where you stay now. The Comfort Inn.
Yeah, exactly.
The Red Roof Inn.
Kevin in New Hampshire.
I put it in the refrigerator near the hot plate and the 3 spoons you're afraid to touch.
I love those home
I love those
sweets.
too. Me too.
And the horrible coffee
Free
maker.
breakfast.
I walk in, I immediately flip the mattress out of habit. I just flip it over. Fresh start.
Let's say hi to Kevin in New Hampshire. Kevin.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Jimmy's right. Anthony, you're wrong. You've been saying for a year now that any president would have gone in and did what Obama did to
here we
take out
go.
bin Laden.
Yeah.
Hey, Google it, dude. Every
I don't get that.
Republican,
What does he mean by that?
every Republican railed against Obama during the first campaign in 2008 because he said that he would do that. They all called him naive.
Shut the fuck up. Look, hey. No, they didn't say. So they said. So Obama said, "Hey, if we find Bin Laden, I'm going to kill him." And Republicans said, "Oh, stop it. That's terrible."
Yeah, what do you mean, sir?
They were looking for him. Shut up. You fucking revisionist history lib cunt bag. Fuck you and your mother's cunt.
Wait, sir, what do you mean?
Shut
Sir,
up.
what do you mean?
Shut up, lib. Shut up, lib. Shut up, lib. Hope you fucking enjoy your 4 years of fucking destitute. Enjoy 4 years of poverty.
This is a good
Enjoy 4
conversation.
years of fucking socialism. You dirtbag. Man! Go occupy something.
But wait, what did Obama
Occupy his mother's asshole.
What did Obama say? Hold on. What did, dude?
Because you're fucking wrong
Dude,
and you know it.
what did Obama say?
Debates from 2008.
What did Obama say he would do?
I stopped
that
telling.
the Republicans said they wouldn't do.
Secretary of State said she would not do that. It's naive to think that that's the right thing to do, going into a sovereign country and killing. He said, everybody said that he was naive for doing it, and to say now that anybody would have done it is bullshit.
I thought it was great what he did.
What did he do?
He went into Pakistan without their knowing because
Yeah,
they
without a
suck.
doubt.
They're the worst allies ever.
They're a terrible country.
They're
Terrible.
horrible. And,
Terrible.
I thought it was great that they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was in Islamabad, which is like their, it's a really nice neighborhood.
Yeah,
good
George
schools.
Bush wouldn't have done that. Oh, that's right. He just launched into fucking Iraq with everything. Shut up. He wouldn't go into Pakistan without permission. Yeah, he fucking sent an army to fucking Iraq for no reason. So shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up and take your greedy little paws off my tax money, you cocksucker. You cocksucker. You're a cocksucker like your father. Shut up.
Sounds like me and my mother arguing.
This is what I do before sex.
I just like I could yell for 2 seconds and
By
he
the
just
way,
keeps going.
Here's the thing, too. When they
right,
caught
Kevin.
Bin Laden, which is great for morale,
Yeah.
it's like when they put Gotti in jail, we didn't stop the mob.
Yeah,
there's
but
so
come
many.
on.
There's a different figurehead
great,
than
though.
Bin
If
Laden
If you're trying to
was.
say Gotti took down the towers, I'm going to smack
Come
you.
on, we got
You know,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are you
Joe
saying?
in Boston wants in. He has a lot to say. Joe.
Right.
Hey guys. So Rich, just like most other Jews who live in a state of denial, doesn't seem to understand that Israel was created under false pretenses, where people were booted from a land that they already lived in. A war was started immediately after it was given to Israel, and Israel just summarily got rid of.
Well, first of all, the anti-Semitic United Nations voted that that's the homeland for Israel. Okay,
Yeah, what are you gonna
unlike
do?
every other country that was taken. All right, America was taken.
Israel.
How about post-war? There were a lot of fucking nations that didn't want to be under the Soviet Union's rule. That's what happens in the world. People are thrown out of some places, other people get in, and then it happens again the other way around. But that's what happened. So what's your fucking problem?
Here's my problem.
All right.
The fact that Jews here and in Israel bitch constantly, oh, there's rocket attacks, and there's Hamas, and there's Hezbollah. Why do you think that happens? Like, that's fine. History is what it is. That happened. I get it. But the fact that you're wondering why this keeps happening is unbelievable.
Because they're savages that just are intent on killing people based on nothing but religion.
They cut off their own women's clits.
Right,
Okay?
yeah.
If a woman gets
Not
raped,
every
they
one of them.
kill her. Okay, these are not fucking. These are
Not
not
all of them,
peaceful
though.
people.
You know what that does? I got to say
Not
that
every
does strengthen the argument because, like, you're saying cause and effect. They wouldn't fire rockets for no reason. It has to be a root cause.
Well, Americans are so fucking naive. They're trying to rationally think out these people's ideas for doing shit. Because they're animals. Because they're fucking animals.
The same group does, the same religious mentality really does fucking execute rape victims.
Yeah.
I mean, that
All right,
really
so-
is hard to justify.
But guys, hold on.
So how do you make peace with these irrational people?
Right.
Okay.
This guy's saying that the whole Jewish state is an irrational.
Yeah, he's saying it's a
Tell
big
that to
mistake.
the United Nations that voted. That's the state.
No one takes that
because
seriously.
nobody else. Fucking England wouldn't take them. France, they were kicked out of every country in Europe.
You can't
okay?
blame 'em.
Well, then obviously,
Exactly.
they're
And
the
you know what?
nudges.
Go to any. Go to.
You have some room for us? Yes.
We
All
would
right.
like to stay.
I
Go-
have
go-
my
and
breakfast
listen.
bagel and it stinks, but can I stay in your
This
house?
fucking guy, go to Nobel Prize winners and see how many fucking Arabs have contributed to society like the Jews have.
there you
Okay,
go.
when you're in the hospital ready to have heart surgery, who would you rather have looking down on you? So you shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Yeah,
Okay,
shut
because
up, Rich.
you know what? You're just another fucking liberal, self-hating Jew, probably pro-Palestinian. Go fuck yourself, okay?
Yes. No, this guy doesn't like Jews.
I was going to go
All right.
pro-Palestinian, but I blew my knee out.
Can I please get a word in?
Yeah, let
Okay,
him get a
yes.
word.
Hey,
in.
did you get my CD
Nothing.
yet? Did you buy my CD?
Wow.
Rich, I came to see you and took a picture with you. You couldn't have looked more miserable.
The first good point I've heard out of him.
I don't take good
Anyway.
pictures.
Finally, a valid
Why don't
argument.
you take good pictures, Rich?
I don't know what
You've
it
been at it a
is.
long
Maybe
time.
that's what they need over there. More pictures together.
Where did you see me? What place?
All right, it was at
The two places you work. Come on.
Hold on, Natel's
Exactly.
here. Dave's here.
Which restaurant did you see him at?
Stand up New York or the other place.
All right, go
I
ahead.
was at Vinny's. All right, so I saw him at Vinny's place. It was a good show. I can't
Stress
lie. But
Factory.
anyway,
Cousin Josh's.
Rich always puts on a good show.
You won't even recognize Vinny's Club, this guy.
Why?
Stress Factory, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stress Factory.
What am I giving
What'd
it
he
a
do?
plug? I'm not
No,
there
this
this
kid,
week.
he wouldn't even say Vinny's place. I'm like, say, you know, Israel and Stress Factory, recognize it. Go ahead. Sorry, Rich.
All
All
right,
right, go ahead. Sorry, I got.
So go ahead. You were saying Mengele is a hero.
Exactly.
I was looking at that the other day. I hate to interrupt you, Rich, but did you know when they caught Eichmann?
Yeah.
And like they had that trial in Israel, and like the whole time he's smiling. Like, do you think it was like this weird thing of like, look at these Jews putting on this trial, like you know, like it's like special needs kids, like they're playing baseball.
Like you
around
couldn't
him.
fathom that it's actually going to work.
Yeah, like he's the umpire at a special needs
yeah,
baseball.
yeah.
Like, you're out. Whoa, you're a real slugger. Like pretending they're normal and human. Sorry. I was just thinking about it because he has that weird smile the whole time. Like, look at
That's
this
fucking
adorable
great.
trial by the Jews. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rich.
No, it's not me.
Joe, your final point, please.
I thought his name was Rich.
So
Oh.
I'm not like some liberal idiot. Like I got a fucking master's degree in this shit. I've studied it for 10 years, Rich. So I'm not some liberal idiot.
Well, he's unemployed.
Okay. Argue with Anthony. He's smarter.
Oh.
Well, no, like I'm not trying to argue. I'm just trying to make a point that like if you don't try to see it from the other side, like this is just going to keep history.
You're seeing it from the other
So, like,
side
hold on a
with
minute.
eyes that cannot possibly fathom what's going on there. You're thinking Americans think of things in terms of America, very short-sighted. How is it that you totally just throw away the fact that there's a religion over there that is based on violence, hate, overpowering the weak? Women have to be uneducated and killed if they're raped because they caused it. Like, how is that looked at? And then you go, well, the reasonable reason they would do that. No, you just got to label them what they are and what they show themselves to be every day. Fucking animals.
Anthony,
Okay, and I mean, okay, say their conflict with Israel. Why are they blowing up trains in Spain, subways
Mainly
in
on the
London?
plane, though.
Yeah, exactly. You're insane.
wait a minute.
Too bad you don't have a brain. My interest in you will really wane. One thing you've not done in show business is gain. Silly Jew. Just go ahead and complain.
A spoken word Williamsburg style. That was very meta. Very interesting hipster.
Why is it everywhere they go, they leave a trail of destruction?
No,
everywhere.
they don't. That's not true.
Yeah, all these bodies are just laying.
What about when they come here? They're really hard workers and stuff. You see them like working at the delis and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're great.
Not the fringe, but the main.
No,
Because they're not like Anthony is labeling like an entire group based on the
Yup.
so few. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
so few.
Like you used to be Anthony. You used to be a lot smarter than this. Like what the?
No, I wasn't. You were bamboozled. I've always been a fucking idiot.
Okay, but so what are you saying? What's the solution? You tell me the solution.
Sure.
The final solution.
You go back to school.
Oh,
See?
boy. There it
See?
is. His
Brought
anti-Semitism.
out the Norway in them.
Whipping out the Norway.
What's the solution?
The solution is like it should have been dealt with like 60 years ago. But the solution now, like there is no solution because Netanyahu and Likud have been settling the West Bank for years to the point where you could not create a two-state solution. So he likes to just, oh, yeah, we'll have a peace agreement. Let's talk about it for years and years.
Exactly.
Knowing
That's true.
We're going to keep the settlements going. And now there's no way to deal with it. And then they assassinate this guy, Al-Jabari, knowing that it's going to start rocket fire.
Well, but-
and then they can say, now that then that basically is their in to start another problem in Gaza on the eve of an election cycle to make themselves look strong.
But that was a
all
super
political,
cool
and
strike.
People are dying in the
See that hood go flying? The car hood?
My final point is just like, if you look at these rocket attacks that are supposedly such a huge problem in southern Israel, if you look at a chart of the years of which these happen, they go flying up after every major Israeli incursion into the Gaza Strip. So who's fucking starting what?
Wow.
Rich, comment?
I don't know. I got tired, man.
No, I think.
Oh, you weren't listening?
I kind of was listening, but it hit me outside.
Wow.
You started this.
I didn't start it. Anthony asked me my opinion.
All right, Joe.
Enough with
I don't know what madrasa that kid went to, but he knows his stuff.
Using their puppet fucking Iranian missiles. Those motherfuckers anyway. Then with their puppet missiles.
But with the Iron Dome system.
Yes.
All right, we're going
Why did we pay for the Iron Dome system, by the way? That annoys me.
Why?
Because we have our own money problems. Why the fuck are we helping? And Israel's a great ally, but they have enough money to do that themselves.
Hey, look, how much money do we fucking feed into Egypt?
Exactly.
too, okay?
A phenomenal point. Give them zero. I agree.
Yeah, and the pyramids. That's all I know about it.
Right.
They're trying to build big hats for the pyramids. They think we'll help tourism. They want to see it from space.
But how cool is that Iron Dome thing where they're like shooting down, I think only 30% of the missile stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I guess that's a win.
It's great, but let Israel
According
do it.
to
They
Jewish
can afford
baseball.
Why don't we talk to David, who's in Israel? Our pal David. David.
Hi, good morning, Hope.
Iron Dome, where there's no wrinkled shirts.
Now this is a real Jew right here.
What's up, dude? How's it going? Where are you?
Super Jew.
I'm in Georgia. I just got back yesterday.
What?
No, he was in Israel yesterday, matter of fact, right? You just got back to
Tel Aviv
Jersey.
to Georgia flight? I don't...
I called you guys yesterday, but got disconnected. This shit has been going on for 12 years. The only time it ends up in the news is when all of a sudden Israel decides to retaliate. They've been sending rockets on and off for about 12 years. It's been going on for a very long time. Only when we finally decide to take out one of their assholes for what they've been doing to us, all of a sudden then the world decides to go ahead and pay attention. That they've been intentionally attacking civilians. When we go after them, we immediately go after the militants over there, and we do have casualties. Israel is the only country that supports the enemies in the fact that we're supplying them with their water supply, we're supplying them with electricity. Fucking Egypt is not helping out, Lebanon is not helping out, Syria is not helping out. We're the ones giving them power, we're the ones giving them water. When they go in to attack and blow up their buildings, they drop leaflets and call them to let them know, hey, we're coming to blow your shit up. You may want to get out of here.
They can't leave, though.
There's countless videos on YouTube showing them hiding behind their own civilians. I mean, you're dealing with a bunch of savages. It's not that we one day came in and killed one of their guys and then all of a sudden, they're retaliating with rockets. The rockets have been going on for a very long time.
No, this is Dan.
But... But the whole thing is that they have them locked down like a jail over there. So that's why the people are going a little nuts. But you're right, dude.
The way we got the West Bank, the way we got that entire area is we were sitting in 67. We got attacked by them. In 6 days, we took out 3 countries. Fuck you lose. You come, you start.
I didn't know El Al was pumping helium into the cabin of their aircraft.
But did you know Gaza was never a part of Israel? Did you know that was like the one area that was never part of the Judea state? It was the Phoenicians, I believe, correct?
The Phoenicians.
Yeah, but I mean, look,
remember those people?
Just because
I had them in my living room.
Yeah, you can't see them because the blind.
Yes, their motto was done. Phoenician.
I believe it's something like that. Yes, but he's right. The guy's right. I take his side too.
David.
We disengaged. We left in 2006, and this is the thank you that we got.
This is the thanks
they
you
left
get.
that flower shop there. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
they left
terrible.
this whole a rose, a hydroponic garden there where they were making flowers. It was like a really nice gesture. And then they started shooting the rockets, and then the Israelis immediately blew it up.
Sure
I think that was great.
Grenade factory. They blew it up.
Yeah, F-16 came in a wank.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll take out your flowers.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do, guys? I mean, honestly. I mean,
David, what's the solution?
I think they should cut it and turn it into like a floating island.
Oh, that'd be nice.
There you go, like a pirate, like a state island.
David.
Rich, you're so pissed. I'm sorry, man. I
People
don't
in
know.
the place. You have to carpet bomb them and just make it one big.
Whoa.
Carpet bombing.
Nixon Jr. We can't do that. In this day and age, at a comedy club, you can't even say the word whore. I mean, come on.
It's crazy. I think the world has gotten very Muslim-centric, very Arab-centric. Yes.
Europe loves the Muslims.
It's very hard to do anything
they don't.
that even
they don't.
seems against the Muslims these days.
Europe does not love the Muslims.
No,
Look
they
at
hate
that so far.
Israel. They do.
No, but look at France. They're banning fucking religious headgear.
I know, but they don't like Israel, though.
They hate Israel.
Maybe they don't like Israel,
Yeah.
but I'm saying they're not pro-Islam either.
They're making
in
the
France.
Jews put
Church-
pillars on those
because-
yarmulkes.
Which is so weird because for years Europe was so into Jews.
Yeah. Yeah, they really.
In the 20s, 30s, and 40s, they were so like. You couldn't buy a drink as a Jew in Germany. I'm sorry, Rich. Go ahead, dude. I'm slowing down your political firing line here.
I'm done.
You're done? That's it?
I'm thinking about my the tattoo show I'm doing Monday.
What is it?
It's a tattoo cover-up show on whatever.
Oh, that's
on.
cool.
Well, they think Herbert Village was murdered.
You get one of yours covered up?
Yeah.
Which one?
I Love Palestine?
No, the tribal piece up here.
What are you getting it covered up with?
Huh?
What are you getting? Are you having? You should. What are you getting covered up?
It's up in here. They're going to do the best cover-up artists in the country.
Why would you do that? It's a good
Oh,
tat.
because I don't like to tat up here.
That's a cool tat, though, Rich.
What are you getting? What are you getting put on it?
Huh?
What are you getting put on it?
Roses across the top.
Why?
Because I don't like the fucking
The
tattoo.
best
that's
cover-up
why.
artist, and that's
How
all
old
he
you
can
make
do.
out
And
of it?
roses.
Right,
Roses
yeah.
are like the
It sounds like
easiest
anyone could
cover-up.
do that.
This thing is hard to...
Here, just take your shirt
Take
off.
your shirt off, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Here he
Do
goes.
it, Jew.
Wait till you see his abs out, Dave Attell.
Leave that shirt in a pile. It will be returned to you later.
showers await.
After the shower, we will return your clothing.
Bread and good work
You
on
will
the other side.
rejoin the rest of your family at the family camp.
They
What
didn't
happened? We didn't see it.
No, they
We
didn't.
didn't see the tattoo.
We did see
What
it.
happened
It's
with
not
the tattoo?
covered. They're doing it next week.
I
What are
wanna
they
see it,
covering?
Aaron.
What part?
Yeah, we want to see the tattoo they're covering.
Wait, you've got a tattoo of Jesus on your
Hell
back.
is
What
that?
kind of Mexican
You got
are
like a spiky thing, Asian writing,
That's what's
a
getting
swallow.
It's stupid.
What,
Your
I think it's a cool
ex-wife.
tat.
What is that?
what does that
Oh.
tattoo mean?
Tribal piece.
Well,
What
does it
tribe are you a
mean?
member of?
Yeah, what tribe? Oh,
Yeah.
that
12
is-
tribes
Did you
of
just pick it off the wall? You picked number
It
28?
It means nothing.
That's a great. What?
Tribe called the Dunces.
What do you call it? Who's talking to you?
Nothing. I'm in studio with Attell and Norton and Opie and Anthony. They don't want to be here, so it's horrible. I can't do this anymore.
We need some background music.
Yeah, I'm on the air.
So is she. Tell her. You have to tell her.
Unfortunately.
No, it's all right.
Can we ask Bonnie
Opie's
a
doing
question?
crossword puzzles.
Barney.
What do you want to ask her?
I want to
Hold
ask
on.
her. Yeah, put her on
Let me see.
speaker.
Tell her about the tattoo.
Are you
Does
on
she-
speaker?
Bonnie, you're on speaker.
Bonnie, can you hear us?
I'm punching out.
All right, Dave from Israel. Hey, Bonnie, if you can hear us, Rich was telling us a story how he was trying to shove something up your pussy the other night and you weren't into it.
Kind of beverage container.
said no.
No, I know you said no, but what was it?
It was his, I don't know, he drinks it for bodybuilding.
Come.
You bodybuild, Rich? Yeah, Dave Attell. So, Rich drinks this shit because he's bodybuilding, I guess, and he decided.
Juicing. Are you juicing?
He
No,
decided that's what his wife needed, and he snuck it into bed, and she was very aware of what was going down.
So you're
and
trying to
said
give it to
no.
her anally instead of orally?
No,
or?
I can't even go near her ass. There's no way. If a finger just rubs on her back of her leg, she freaks out.
Because you don't know how to take charge, stupid. Get in there.
What if you blew a horn and said rocket attack? And then,
Just put your face in there to hide.
Did you mention that it was ice cold since it was just out of the fridge?
So are you.
Yeah, he wanted to shove this ice cold thing up her.
Dummy Arbuckle.
but what? So it's a performance enhancement. Bonnie, what is it like?
It's like a tube thing.
Tube. It's like
But he thought that this would be good, a nice cold
it
tube
looks like
thing.
a vibrator.
Okay, well then get her a real vibrator.
Yeah,
dude.
what's the matter with you?
How'd it go down, Bonnie? How'd it go down?
What's that?
What happened?
Yeah, what
What
happened? She's on a speakerphone. So.
I told her to get away from me.
What the hell's wrong with you, Reg?
Was he being sexy about it?
He tried to be sneaky about it. I thought he bought a vibrator. I was like, why is it so cold?
Wow,
man.
Cold, much like the Jew in their mind. Figured he'd get a budget vibrator. Bonnie, do you ever get into fights with Rich over political stuff like we just did?
Do I
what?
Argue with him?
How much delay can it be since you're outside in the
Where
car?
is she? Again, she's in Tel Aviv.
There's no way you guys pay for parking.
What do you call it? Attell said, do we ever get in political fights?
Yeah, like about Israel and all that stuff.
Well, I'm a Palestinian.
I thought you were Canadian.
Same thing.
Well, that's true.
I gotta go. You guys are losers.
Bye.
What was that about?
Why did she have to go?
Wow.
She's...
All right, let's break.
That was, yeah.
David
Oh,
Attell,
she's
you're
taking my
promoting the
kick,
DC Improv, right? But that's next week.
Yeah, this week is the third installment of the second season of Dave's Old Porn with Amy Schumer and Robert Kerman.
Nice.
We're watching a holiday classic on Thursday, which is Thanksgiving. Debbie Does Dallas. So.
But you have my
Nice.
phone
Oh, that is a
number? 'Cause
classic.
I missed the first season. You don't have my...
No, I don't have your phone number.
okay.
But you missed the first season?
Yeah, as a guest.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't have I didn't have any of the beheading porns, which you would have been great at. But yeah, no, I'd love to have you on, man.
All right, and then
What's he
Attell
gonna
next
say?
weekend at the DC Improv.
Yep.
And Rich, where are you going to be again this
I'm at
weekend?
Gotham this weekend, Friday
Nice.
and Saturday.
Right on.
Two shows Friday, 3 Saturday.
All right, we got an
Gotham.
author coming in talking about hotels. The inside scoop on hotels is next. An expose. Heads in beds.
Yes,
Jacob Tomsky.
Talking about the Israeli Hilton. Yep.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
La 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 la. All right, where's our author?
Yes.
Day
we
before
have-
Thanksgiving.
Jacob Tomsky is coming in.
Book looks good, man. It's called Heads in Beds, a reckless memoir of hotels, hustles, and so-called hospitality.
You know, we've been talking about hotels many times on this
Oh,
very program.
we know which.
Last time we had a discussion about the wonderful Carter here in Manhattan. I wonder if he has any information or experience on that.
Is this the hotel guy?
Yes. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, hotel guy. What's going on? You know everybody in the room? That's the very funny David Attell to your right, the very funny Rich Voss to your left, the very funny Jim
Voss.
Norton. And then you got me and Ant here that, you know.
And the very...
and that's...
Sam Roberts. The
Very androgynous.
The very Sam Roberts.
You're sitting between three guys that every week pretty much stay in hotels around the country.
Oh, that's true.
Every week because we're on the road.
Yeah, the comedians, you know, they're traveling all the time.
Absolutely.
You know anything about the Carter Hotel here in New York City?
That's the one where everyone gets killed at, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They have a few
Murders,
stories.
A lot of murders, yeah.
Murders, and then horrible conditions, very dirty. I think bed bugs, something like that.
Bed bugs are everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Are they literally everywhere in every hotel?
Not in every... Well, you know, you never know. I mean, they're in cabs and movie theaters. And
Oh, shit, I don't even
Yeah.
think about that with these filthy fucking people.
Put your
getting in the
jackets
cabs.
down. It's scary to me.
What are you talking about, bed bugs?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about black people.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, Rich. You just
Rich.
wrecked everybody's good time. Rich is
No, we're having a good time.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know. He said
I
they're
just made him
everywhere.
uncomfortable. So you don't have anything on the Carter Hotel, though?
No. Just, you know, I think people were murdering babies and whatnot.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
That's one of them, like Times Square, like off Times Square, like a
What's the buffet like? The continental breakfast?
It's actually surprisingly
water.
tasty. It's surprisingly tasty.
It's been voted worst hotel in, like, the city, certainly.
Holy Jesus.
Well,
There's a lot worse hotels than that. Come on.
I would bet.
Yeah.
Honestly, the old school, like El
Dave,
Lodge and shit.
Look up
Overlook.
Look up the Carter Hotel on YouTube. You'll be
I just
amazed with the graffiti and the locks broken, and it's unbelievable. This place.
Today, I got a 4-star hotel today for $90 on Priceline.
Congratulations. So,
Gorgeous.
what's the
4
book about
stars.
there,
Well done,
Jacob?
well done. It's just a memoir of my life in the hotel business. All the, you know, crazy shit I've seen from the guests, some celebrity stuff in there, and then on the back end, you know, tons of tips, especially for 4-star hotels. how to get an upgrade, how to get a late checkout, all kinds of things that can happen. It's
Don't you just
all wrapped
call
up
and
in
say, I
one.
want a late checkout?
Yeah, no, I'm going to say no. Say no, sir. Unfortunately, we're sold out tonight.
But why do you have to be
appreciate
assholes
if you
and
get
say
the hell
no
out.
all the time? Why can't
Yeah,
you
why do
just
they always
do
say
it?
no?
Being an asshole is part of the job, actually. It was-
Why? Just
you-
fucking, I want a late
got it.
checkout. Everybody wants a late checkout. Yeah, you have to check in late. Why can't you leave late?
Indeed, I've heard that
Thank
complaint repeatedly.
Well, I'm going to get an early check-in today, and I know how to do it.
But why do they make it?
I got
make
tips
it,
for all this, man. I'll tell
Well,
you.
let's
Well,
go.
how about the
Let's
smoking
go.
rules? How come there's like every hotel has non-smoking now? Like, why is that?
I know, it's ridiculous. People complain, like they can smell it in the room next
The
door.
room
Everyone's
does
got
stink.
allergies and all this.
Yes.
Yeah, but is it a state law or is it just like the?
No, it's property specific.
Okay.
Yeah, they're but it's like trendy. But what I would do, check in.
Yeah.
Have a cigarette. And then call down and complain that the room smells like smoke, and then move to another room. Or
Great
something.
idea.
man.
Excellent idea.
There you
Thank
go. That's
Or
a good
just
one.
stay in
Continue
there.
doing that every
That's
time
a
you need
good one.
But there's no advantage to them allowing you to smoke because
No.
it's a fire hazard. It is.
It's not going to make the room better.
It's going to make the furniture stink. There's zero advantage to the hotel allowing it.
Yeah, but what if it's Vegas and like you're a Japanese billionaire type guy and you flew in, you want to chain smoke?
Vegas
and stuff
you
like
could
that?
smoke. You will.
Oh, they'll let you smoke. If you're a billionaire, you
You can do whatever you want.
You can smoke whatever you want. You can
I got
smoke
one of those questions that, of course, everybody thinks about with hotels. When you try to check in and they say there's no rooms available, come on now. Are there rooms?
That's a huge. That was one of my favorite lies.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing I can do, and there's no hotels. There's always rooms
Really?
left behind, and that's one of the awkward
So
situations.
why are you guys assholes?
Yeah, why?
Hey, we're doing.
Wow, you wrote the book.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta-
between that and the having to tell everyone they can't have a late checkout. I mean,
we got to
what's the
manage. You
motive?
got to manage this property. I mean, it's like you've got 100 rooms,
Right.
and then you got 120 reservations. They'll overbook a hotel because it's about a 10% cancellation rate. So they play the numbers game, but somebody's going to get screwed and somebody's going to get walked to a hotel, and you don't want to walk. Like, let's say, there's nothing available for a one-nighter because we can walk them to another hotel, put them up, and then we don't have to bring them back. So you want to make sure you have rooms for someone who's there for 4 nights. So there's a lot of different reasons. And then if you booked a $90 rate, you're going to get walked.
You want to hear my solution to the no rooms? And it's worked many times with me. I've walked around Manhattan looking for a hotel sometimes and been like, no, sold out. And you just know they're sold out. So I go into a hotel, and it takes a little while because you really got to be adamant with this. But I give them my credit card. I go, reservation, Anthony Cumia. And they're like, and I know they ain't finding it because I don't have a reservation. But I'm adamant. I'm like, I called yesterday, made this reservation. It's very important. And they keep looking. They go, Mr. Cumia. I'm like, I have nowhere else to stay. You're going to put me up at your house? And it takes a long time because they got to go to a manager. They go in the back. They talk. But then they've always come back and said, okay, we got something for you.
There's 2 good ways to do it. If you can manage to be a screamer, you can pretty much push through some walls. The other way is
Why is that? Because they don't want a disturbance in the lobby.
Yeah, it's just. I mean,
no one wants to deal with it.
because they don't.
Isn't that like a life
They want you to
rule?
go. Yeah,
You
they
scream
want
as
you
hard
to
as
go
you
away.
can.
Yes.
Pretty much wherever you are in whatever situation,
Yeah.
something's going to happen. The other way actually is tipping the front desk agent.
Really?
That's something
that works, huh?
All the time.
That's something that a lot of people don't know. These are the people, like you said, tippy-tapping. They're the ones that are deciding your fate there.
I am a greasing motherfucker.
I
I
love
love
it.
doing
We
that.
can tell you.
Yeah, greasy. I didn't say greasy. But I'll tell you something. A lot of times when you go to hand someone something, they go, "No, I can't do that. I can't." And then they're like,
Not
they have
me.
some kind of fucking morals when
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a room. God
Listen,
damn it!
You always
I got
take
no
you always
morals.
take
Yeah,
care of
no
the
morals.
people that are
Good.
funny. You give them 20. I've been to fucking what is it, the Barclay or whatever.
Yeah.
For $75, we got 4-star, and they bumped us up to a suite because we do them fucking extra.
But what
money.
what if you throw to the tip and they can't do it? Like, what if you say, "Hey, can you upgrade me?" and you offer money, and then they take it and go, "No."
Yeah, well, that's pretty soulless bastard, and that happens. But generally, because the front desk agent is not a tipped position, the fact that you give them money, like immediately I get nervous. I want to do something for you. And it's not always about an upgrade. And that's the thing that people don't realize. These rooms are all different. The rooms are all the same size. Have you ever heard that? That's one of the biggest lies in the hotel business. There's always a room on the corner. There's always a room with a better view, bigger bathroom that fits a rollaway. Everything's perfect in certain rooms. So I can find the best room of your category. Not to mention, if anybody here likes to drink, I can go ahead and throw bottles of wine, or
Wow.
amenities,
Oh,
or that's when you're
yeah.
getting your late checkout. So the what your money can do for you through the front desk, it might not be an upgrade, but you might have no idea what this person can do for you.
What's a good tip at the front desk?
$5?
Yeah, a
Not
quarter,
to
sir.
Not to show
Just throw them, flip them a quarter.
Yeah, maybe George Washington needs a little more room.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I would say, a 10's a good start. 20's quite
please.
nice.
20's nice, huh?
A 50, I'll carry you up to your room if you want to.
That's it.
Scoop you up.
We stayed at the Carlisle, and it was so fucking overrated. Yeah, I mean
Wow.
that and the other one. These are like we have butlers come to your room.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate all the
Private
fanciness.
butlers.
I like where you can do your laundry. I just like that's my favorite hotel where you can do your
You got a
laundry.
laundry room, really?
Yeah, because I'm on the road all the time, so
Yeah,
you
that
get to
makes
do
sense.
it like
Nice.
these cheap ass.
I like a gentleman's hotel.
I'll tell you,
like
when
a
you go on,
gentleman.
when you go on the
They hand
road,
you a cricket bat and a cheese plate, and you're on your own.
when you go on the road, like you can either stay in town, but if you can get like a Hampton Inn Suites,
Yeah.
you get breakfast, free high speed, free
Exactly.
parking, a workout
Free hooker
room.
friendly.
No, but you get everything, and
You don't have
it's
to
so
pay for all
much
the
better than
extras.
being in town at a dumb
Free
night.
cable.
It's
Free HBO. What is it, 1980?
Free
salt
electricity.
and pepper.
And the pool, they clean it.
No, I'm telling you, I go on the road all
We
the
have
time.
color TV.
Cool. So what's the dirtiest thing in a room? Like we know the duvets. The duvets
Your
are
balls.
I like to call it the bedspread. Do you wash those things or what?
You got the duvet cover, and they're going to wash that, but the feather inside of it, that's not too often washed,
That's a
and that'll
cum
suck
rag.
up some fluids.
Oh, yeah.
Fluids, that's very gentle.
Yeah, and then
of
if you're in a between motel with that scratchy blanket that they try
Yeah.
to hide between
Oh,
two sheets.
yep.
That thing's disgusting. Another thing people don't know, the minibar glasses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The housekeepers are responsible for cleaning that. If you look at a minibar, if you look at a housekeeper's cart, there's no dish soap on that cart. So they're cleaning it with whatever they can, which is going to be
Tears.
Which is going to be
the tears of their.
See, that's going to leave spots. You cry on a glass, it's going to have cry spots on it. So they'll use shampoo. They'll use.
Why can't they have a little dish soap?
That's
I don't know, man. Maybe
What's
they
wrong
should
with
start.
them?
Maybe that's my mission.
I
Get
never
these ladies
use
some
them.
Dish soap.
Never drink out of those glasses because they're dirty.
They clean them with Pledge. I cleaned it all the time.
Yeah.
It leaves a spot-free glass. It's
Pledge.
So how did you get it? Did you go to like one of these hotel management and
Oh,
whatever
hell no.
schools?
No,
you didn't
no.
do any of that.
I started parking cars.
Okay, so you worked your way up the whole ladder of
Absolutely.
hotel.
Now you got a
Do you
book.
get a lot of pussy
Fucking
working behind the
Hendry.
counter? Can you get a lot of pussy like from the ladies coming in by themselves or?
Pushy, what do you mean?
Pussy is a thing when a guy like
pussy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have a speech
Oh, yeah,
impediment.
that I thought you said pushy, and I was like, yeah, I got some pushy ladies in my face.
No, but I mean, do guys like
Sexual
do they offer you sex like late at night?
Yeah, the lonely trophy wife.
Does one
travel.
is one from Canada?
Especially the bellmen. The bellmen are getting laid up in them rooms.
Really?
Really?
What about the maids? They hook on the side.
No, I remember that. I don't think so. They're too busy working hard, man. That job is difficult.
That's an unforgiving job, isn't it?
Why is it difficult?
I worked.
Trying to figure out how to get the cum out of the
Yeah.
sheets. How do you get cum out of the sheets?
I think you just burn
Watch
them.
it. Protein gets out protein. I saw
What's
that.
the weirdest?
You just throw it in the washer. It takes itself out.
Nice.
What's the weirdest like late night? Like somebody calls up, hey, do you got a something like a banjo and a something like anybody?
Well, I had a celebrity. This was actually I was in New Orleans. I was a housekeeping manager at the time, and had a celebrity. He was in town filming a movie, famous actor, and
Brad Pitt.
No. And he was. I'm going to say no to whatever he said.
Was this during the show Tremor? Can I get some gumbo and a saxophone? Look at that disgust in your face. I'm sorry.
I
What, you got
liked
something?
it.
All right, what do you got?
No, but
on
this
the
guy,
celebrity?
he is a super freak, man. He had bags of pills in his room, and I'm not talking fun
Well, that
pills.
limits it
I'm
down.
not talking fun pills.
Yeah.
I'm talking like nutritional pills, like a bag, like I couldn't even
okay.
stomach it. And he asked for we had these big silver potpourri bowls, and he calls down. He wants 5 of them. And so I hustle, I steal them from rooms. He said he wanted to eat cereal out of them, and these things are going to fill the whole box. You could dump it in. He also asked for like an acupuncturist and a voodoo doctor,
Wow.
and a therapist, all at the same time, like it was an emergency. He calls down. He's like, "We need
Who
a
the fuck
voodoo
is
doctor
this?
now."
What year was this?
That was like 2001. He's still. He's
what
still
movies
out
came
there,
out in,
still out there
based
doing his
in New
shitty
Orleans
things.
in
Mohammed
2001, right?
Yeah.
You might have given away the
Doctor.
celebrity.
Yeah.
What movie came out around 2001, 2002?
Space Oddity.
Based in New Orleans.
That was just because he was in
Space
You got that one
Oddity.
wrong. You got that one wrong, dude.
That's because he was in New Orleans. So.
I have another question. Always been very curious about with hotels.
Sure.
Obviously, you unwrap that nice soap. You use it for 2 seconds. You pop it up there. It would seem a horrid waste for the hotel to throw all those away, but you can't just leave them in there. What the fuck happens with the unused
Nice.
soap? Go.
You melt it down and remold it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Leaving the
reuse
pubic
the
hair.
cycle, sir. Yeah, we just carve it down to a smaller so.
That's
you know,
it.
put that, no, all that's thrown away. Those little, it's kind of sad,
They
especially
get
even those
thrown-
empty shampoo bottles, little tiny jobs.
Yeah.
You take like half of it. It's like a rule in a luxury hotel. There's usually there's a symbol for the hotel, and if it gets below that symbol, then you have to replace it.
Yeah,
you know,
but-
to make sure it's full, and it's just they're just throwing that away.
Yeah, but that hotel shampoo, I mean, you never leave a hotel and go where can I pick that up? At the it's always some weird.
You'd be surprised, man. I used to laugh my ass off when guests would be like, "Your mattresses are fabulous.
Oh, really?
What mattress is this?" I'm like, I don't know what damn mattress
guys got
it is.
Some of those,
Do you
things on top of the mattress in some hotels are the most comfortable.
Yeah,
What do
the
they
pillow
call-
tops, the pillow tops,
Some of
yeah.
them. I've been to some of them that were so fucking comfortable that I don't have an answer.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. It's not that it's a Serta Sealy Plus. It's
Not to interrupt Rich's trip down comfortable memory lane. I wanted to throw in an interesting fact too. Like one time I was in this hotel and the TV was just crisp. See how awful it is? What you said in the article, I think in the Post, that they actually come in and really look through your shit. Like they actually do that.
Do they?
Sure. I mean, well, when you start working at the hotel, it's like real voyeuristic, man. I see you going out. And we all have master keys, man. Any room, anywhere, anytime. And looking through your shit, that's not bad. It's when we start fucking with your shit that it really gets dirty.
Man.
You know what I mean?
How do they fuck with your stuff?
You can, things done to toothbrushes.
No way, really?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Is that true or is that?
I've never done that.
That's an urban legend.
Why
isn't
would they
it?
do that? Just as a
Yeah, if you were a prick, you make a,
Nicolas Cage. What?
Yeah, you scream at somebody, you make like
you
a
said
racist
yes.
or homophobic comment, or you yell
I
at
better
me.
hide my
I'm
toothbrush.
gonna screw you. You yell at people yell at me, yelling at the doorman in front of me, and I'm like, that's my boy right there. That's my friend. Don't yell at my friend. I'm gonna screw you. You know?
Oh man.
You call him your boy.
He's my boy. He's my boy.
Jeez, Rich.
It's like Bad Boys the movie.
How about you guys just mind your own
crazy.
business?
Take all the. Yeah, what about the ice machine? I mean, is that normal? I mean, what is that?
It's a machine that
No, I know, but there's all that ice
Start
there
from the
all the
beginning.
time. Do you guys ever clean that out, or
yeah, I don't think you're going to have any problem. All these, I don't think you're going to have any problems with the ice machine there.
Yeah,
Maybe
'cause-
the bucket, the bucket's probably pretty gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, when he asked about the soda machine.
Yeah, what about the soda machine?
We have to go to Coca-Cola to find
No,
out.
I figured, and also the hotel pool. I feel like it's very first of all,
every pool, right?
Yeah, it's just filthy for some reason. Even
Yeah.
at a big hotel, whatever, unless it's
Who
outdoors.
goes into a
Absolutely.
pool? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Smell a lot of chlorine in hotel pools.
Yeah.
It's
Hotels, you gotta you
you're
take
safe
all the
with that.
blankets off. You lay under one sheet and you just turn the heat up. You fucking don't touch. You put your fucking channel thing in a plastic
plastic bag or a
No,
sock or a
just
sock.
use it.
A
Who
sock.
cares?
Sleep in the tub. That's
Well,
Let me tell you something. If you get in that tub, is one of the worst things you can do in a hotel is to take a bath in that fucking disgusting, jizz-stained hepatitis tub.
You ever stay in a nice? You ever stay in a nice room?
Huh?
Who's doing that in the
Jesus.
tub, man?
what if you're handy-capable and that's your only way?
It's
Yeah.
no fucking the tub.
I stay in very nice hotels.
Stay in
though.
nice hotels. The tub is fucking great.
Yeah, that's
I don't
one of the
stay
hardest
in the
things
tub,
to clean,
but-
too,
Sure.
man. Cleaning that tub is so.
I never use it, but it's always fucking.
Well, we can see that.
Crime scene cleanup people, and I'm sure you've had them in your hotel.
Indeed, I have.
We did a thing with me on the Insomniac thing years ago,
yeah,
and the guy told me that if you ever go in a hotel and there's carpet, the carpet doesn't match, that usually means there was either blood or some other kind of thing, and they cut it out and they just put in new carpet. Is that true? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a situation we had where a kid had rented a room. His father was rich, and his father couldn't get in touch with him, so he called the hotel. He was concerned, and I talk about this in the book a little bit. And he comes up and the security opens the door, and this kid is covered in blood. He'd been cutting himself like, all day. The robe was open. He was totally dazed. He was on drugs, and there was blood all over the hotel room. And they had to have crime scene come in, and it was like
really?
a $20,000 cleanup. No,
Wow.
he didn't die. He didn't die. He was totally dazed.
Do they charge him for the cleanup at least?
Yeah. They charged his daddy for the cleanup.
They put it on their bill.
Yeah.
And when are you guys going to update the laundry thing? I mean, trousers and top hats and all those different crazy Titanic things, bowler hats.
Yeah.
Slave leash.
I mean, it's always, I'm always trying to do a joke out of it. It's like really weird trousers and
those
The
tails.
worst is the iron. The
How much is it
iron.
supposed to get a cape laundered here?
And the fucking
Yeah, my
irons
cape
that are attached to the ironing board.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, who's going to really steal an iron?
Do people steal everything?
Everything,
man?
yeah.
They will steal everything.
I was staying in a hotel and they stole the batteries out of the remote control.
Hell yeah.
That is ghetto, dude.
That's grimy.
That was
That's
ghetto.
grimy.
And they is a word for you know who.
So,
People that need batteries. Yeah.
Yes, battery thieves. So
needers.
bed bugs.
Yeah.
How many hotels have them? Because we checked the bed bug registry before we go to a
Registry,
hotel.
I've heard that.
It's actually pretty good.
What's up
Yeah.
with the bed bugs? Yeah, what can you tell
Well,
us
you know,
about
like I had this situation with this lady. You know, first of all, I've had these people come down and they're like, look at. This is a bed bug bite. This has got to be it. And I'm like, I'm not a goddamn doctor, man. I don't know what that is. It looks like, a mosquito bite. I don't know. But and they'll bring down little bugs in bags and like forensic evidence.
They
and
bring
stuff.
it in with them, probably get a free ride.
Yeah, whatever. But I
fuckers.
got into this one lady because she was like,
nice.
She was like, you have bed bugs here. This is you guys are on the bed bug registry. You're like, how do I know you don't have bed bugs? And I was like, look, how do I know you don't have bed bugs, ma'am? You just traveled in a cab.
Wow.
You know, you were just in an airplane, right? You know, these little guys are international, man. They're jumping about. So
Yep.
don't bring bed bugs into my hotel, please. You
That's
know?
how you
Nice.
really answered that?
No, I said I'm.
That's what he wanted to say.
Like, wow.
No.
Because it's been a rape up there.
But usually,
Did you feign that you were from like Poland and go like, me, like they always do with me. They never speak the known language of the moment.
Usually a 4-star hotel won't have bed bugs, right?
Yeah, they do.
That's not
Well,
true.
what'll happen?
Well, they're a little cleaner.
What'll happen is it's going to happen in one room, and then what you do is they shut down that one room, and then if you find out that your room did have bed bugs, obviously that's going to get comped, and then they'll shut down the rooms to the left and to the right of it, and they'll bring someone in, and then they'll fix it. So it's not going to be the entire hotel. It's going to be one room, and then they're going to clear out the rooms around it, and it'll be fine.
But what if they don't know? Like, what if one of them hops on the maid cart and they start spreading?
Yeah.
Little bed
Or
bug
just starts
babies.
working there.
Those
Good
are
point. It's a
industrious little
ballet.
dudes, these
Hey,
bed bugs.
Well, here's a question, which is like I think I've seen a lot of hotels that were haunted or was said to be haunted,
Sure.
like Austin and Boise, Idaho. Like they have these like legendary haunted hotels. Have you ever had that experience? I mean, you're there all night long. In that lobby.
It gets kind of spooky. At
Yeah.
night,
So
man.
has there been ever like that kind of thing?
I mean, I don't really believe in that kind of stuff. But I mean, when you start thinking about all the people who've murdered each other and
in
died
hotels.
and killed and suicide, I had this one guest who his sister murdered herself in the room.
That's suicide.
And then he came back and he only wanted to stay in that room.
Wow.
And it was really
that's
weird.
creepy.
Yeah, and it used to like really make me sad.
Wow.
But yeah, late night. Yeah, you never know. It's
So,
a
but I mean,
spooky
has
place.
anybody
It's a
come?
spooky place.
Because I was in a hotel one time, and like people were coming down, going like, "I can't sleep. There's something horrible." You know, blah blah blah.
Hold on, let's go back.
Sounds, a lot of
I want to go
different
back to that story. Do you ever tell the guy, sorry, but that room's taken tonight?
Yeah, there was a situation. He would call and he'd be like, "Can I have room 1227?"
Yeah, like,
and I'm
nah,
like,
sorry,
like,
someone else has it today.
Someone else is using that room for suicide.
That's
What
creepy.
happened in
That's when the
room
bellhop sticks his head up.
237?
1227. That's a haunted room now.
I understand that too.
That's movie haunted.
Wow. Great, by the way, great
Yeah.
thing here. You're talking about somebody who you worked with, I guess, who said he learned how to diffuse guests' anger. Because guests would, like, if you're too meek and sympathetic, that will fuel their anger. Or if you throw back your thing, if you throw back your shoulders, it seems unsincere. But he said he would one-up their anger. Like if a guest came back from lunch and said, "I came back from lunch, my room hasn't been cleaned. Anyone planning on cleaning it?" That the guy would, Andy would go, "What? I can't believe they failed to clean," and then angrily push the buttons and fucking one up your anger.
They can't do anything at that point.
And then it makes the customer's defensive.
You're
like, that's
just
all right.
as mad
Like,
as
no,
they are.
it's okay, sir. You know, nobody,
that
like, somebody's going to be fired over this. And they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wait, no one.
But that unsympathetic, that phony, I'm sorry, I can't. That does make me angrier.
Drives you nuts, right?
You gotta know how to deal with it.
Well, I do apologize, sir, for any inconvenience. That insincere company line apology makes me sick.
Yeah. I mean, I got good at the front desk of gauging people. I could tell by the time you entered the lobby what type of person you were and how you wanted to be treated. You know what I mean? If you wanted the professional service, I'm going to give it to you. If you wanted me to be, relaxed, cool, make jokes, fine. I got kind of.
And what about the hot cookie? Like, why is that? Like, when did that become the big thing? You know, like when people check in,
is that a thing? Hot cookies?
Yeah, like you go to a hotel and they go,
Not in
"Would
good
you like a
hotels.
nice?"
Oh, that's
what?
at the Hampton Suites.
cookies.
Yeah, they give you a hot cookie and a bottle of water, so that
that's
your
at the
whole
Hampton.
day's meal looking for jobs.
I came here, I didn't get any hot cookies.
That's
All
true.
right, dude. Well, I'm just saying, I'm sorry.
Oh, here's another thing. And this front desk guy, this will a lot of people have thought of this. I use a computer. I got my little mouse. I point and click. I can find anything in the world. It's very simple. Why the 8,000 keystrokes? You're looking.
Yeah.
It's like I got a reservation. Here's my credit card. Click, 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 and then back to this again. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I got two things. I became a supreme hustler at that front desk, and sometimes when you're trying to extract a tip for an upgrade, I would fake type all the time to make it look like I was working. I already got your room, right? But I'm just sitting there like, hold on, sir, and I'm just like tippy tappy because it makes you look like you're working. But
like you're working.
But actually, I mean, these systems are there's a lot of training that goes on there. They're very complicated, and what they're doing is swapping your room out because you got 500 rooms. 300 of them are dirty. They're coming back all the time. You're blocked in a dirty room, and you've got all these requests. So I've got to find another room from another guest, swap that out, replace that guest's room, make sure everyone has a room and all the holes are filled. So there is a lot of work going on.
That's
Point and click, motherfuckers.
Here's another thing.
I see you hit that goddamn return key 8 times once. I don't know what that was all about.
How come room service takes like an hour and a half? Like, why is that?
Oh man, that's one. That's
like
one.
even you order like the most basic thing, like just give me what you're
like
eating.
A Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
It's snappy.
It does take a long time. That's one of the in the book. That's one of the tips. Oftentimes you can, and it's of course overpriced, and then it's going to come out cold.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you can actually order delivery in the area, and then wonderful restaurants are going to deliver, right? And then you can call room service and ask them for the plates. So just like if you want to have your little fancy silver dish,
I'm not going to do
get them
that.
to send that up and then put your outside delivery. But they're going to deliver that
Your
food
Domino's
hot
pizza on
and
top
cheap.
of it.
Yeah, but then when I leave the room, they're going to just take my toothbrush and shove it up their ass. I learned that.
Well, they don't care. The housekeeper don't care.
Oh,
if you're
she
not
doesn't care,
paying
right?
it,
That's why I don't brush my teeth.
It's a good plan.
Back to the ice machine.
Wait, I got a question for you.
He soaks them every night.
After I leave here, I'm checking into my hotel, and I got to get in early.
Sweet.
So I'm just going to walk in with a sob story. Look, please.
Yeah, give Rich a sob story. Let's see if this works. What can Rich do?
A slob story. Biography.
You already, the $20.
Sap story.
Here's the thing.
Billy Bob
I'll get there at
Thornton was
11
the
o'clock,
guy.
right?
Yeah,
And I know there's available rooms
Either
because people
Billy Bob
check out
or
at
Sure,
6.
sure, sure.
So there's a clean room.
Yeah.
I haven't
All right.
forgotten.
So should I offer him 10 or
Down
20?
to those two guys.
10 or 20. Here's
Monster
an even
ball.
better tip for that,
New
actually.
Orleans.
If you
That's
call
what they
ahead,
said? 2001.
Yeah.
like you've got, we do like, okay, if the hotel was 60% occupancy last night, that means 40% of the rooms are actually clean in the morning, and people who are coming in super early were giving out those rooms.
Yeah.
So if you call ahead, if you had called this morning and said, you know what, I just got out of the airport, I'm on my way, can you pre-register me into a ready suite?
Hey, fuck
They're
that.
gonna
Let's do it
that.
right now.
Well, no, but see, I did price line, so the
Call
hotels
'em
say
up.
price line.
All right, call 'em
Because
up.
they're-
But still, no, when you're calling,
Rich, we got an expert right now. Let's do it. Let's see if this shit
Yeah,
works.
call him up.
We'll
All
sell a
right,
lot
hold
of books
on.
if this
Let me-
works. Heads
on.
in Beds is the name of the book we're talking about by Jacob
Yeah, and see, I'll
Tomsky.
do this, but the reason I don't like doing it, because if they say no now, then I'm screwed when I get there.
What should
No,
he
it's gonna
say?
be
Call
somebody
the
different.
hotel. Let's do this.
Let me find.
say, I don't know if there's
let me find
any-
the number.
Oh boy.
Can we
Rich.
still talk while he's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, bed and breakfast on the scale of 1 to gay. Where is that in your world of like? What do you think of that whole experience, bed and breakfast?
The funny thing is, as I've been working in hotels my whole life, which allowed me very little time to actually stay in them.
I know, but you must know people
yeah,
on that, like
I did
the other
one,
side of the business.
I did one stay in one.
They're all
bed and
swingers,
breakfast.
right?
Yeah,
And hoping for
it's
some
a
action,
creepy
right?
vibe. Yeah, they're like,
I mean, the
breakfast is
owners.
at 7.
Fuck
I'm like,
that. I want to walk around the room, throw my clothes anywhere I want, fucking eat when I want, leave that shit all over the place.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in the shower, I don't give a shit. Like at home, you rinse out and wring out your washcloth.
Mm-hmm.
After scrubbing your ass crack, that thing gets whacked against the wall.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And I don't want a bed and breakfast where I got to worry that I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of somebody. Fuck
Yeah, you gotta
that.
see the same people, like all the
Yeah.
the couple, and then
Needs
they're
that. Yeah, that makes me
retarded
uncomfortable.
kid who lives in the garage.
Right.
In Europe, all the hotels have like a free breakfast. I mean, you know,
Yeah, but that
it.
breakfast does stink.
Are you kidding me? The
Horrible.
ones in
England?
Holland, not
Oh, okay.
England.
You might remember, like Rich, he doesn't have a book out, but he runs a website called worstfacts.com.
So, but when you can work anywhere in the country or in the world now because you have that experience, and like, have you like gone like to like the third, like whatever, like the Ramada and
Yeah, like international travel. I mean, when I did that, I was obviously shoestring. I've been, poor.
What's up with the
Do you
pillows?
I was just going to say, do you get offended when somebody like him walks in with their own pillow into like saying your
It's
pillows?
sort of. It's not a good look.
I know.
We got
Well,
pillows.
But I don't walk in with my own pillow.
Yeah,
hotel pillows
Kenny
stink.
carries it.
Yeah. Plus, those pillows are nice.
I heard you checked out of a
Depends.
hotel on the road because you didn't like the pillows.
No, here's what I do. I'm a bad sleeper to begin with, and
By
Look,
sleeper,
I-
he means
and a
person.
human to go with
yes. And by sleeper, I mean fuck. I'm a quick, lousy sleeper. But the thing is, I can't. A lot of the sheets are itchy. Like in the Westin, I cannot.
Why are they itchy? you think?
They just drive my skin crazy.
Overwashing. I mean, you wash something. I mean, imagine.
They're
Wash,
stiff.
wash.
Courtyard by Marriott, I sleep in those fuckers. The sheet, whatever their bedding is it's a corporate decision because the bedding is just comfortable for me. I've checked out of 5-star hotels to go to a Courtyard because I sleep better. I cannot sleep in a fucking Westin. I wish I could. Dude, I
You're a
can't.
nudge.
My skin's very
All
sensitive.
right, so I'm going to call them. What do I? You going to talk or me?
No, you didn't do it.
So
So
see if you can pull this up.
All right,
Use
hold
the term pre-register. If there's any available rooms, I'd love to be pre-registered.
Okay.
And don't tell them you'll be there. Tell them you're on your way.
Yeah.
Because the important thing is that they want to take care
right.
of you.
Fucks us up.
You're already. It's 9:30.
And don't say what hotel it is.
When's Skyfall going to be on the movie selection?
Available now.
Still in theaters.
Don't say price. Make sure you tell me what I'm
I got a great tip.
Don't
for
use
them.
an accent.
I got a
is
great
this,
tip.
is this the front desk? Hi, may I have the front desk, please? Why, thank
There
you.
you go. It's nice right there.
Question. Good
You
start.
got to phase 2. Pre-register, remember.
you can't.
I want to pre-cum. I mean,
Who's gonna do it?
This poor front desk agent.
let him get through.
Let him get the name out.
We gotta let him get through this.
They're letting you ring hard, dude. They're
Yeah,
staring
man.
at that phone ringing like I'm not
They
getting
can't
it.
get my number,
man.
can they? My number doesn't go through.
No,
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 it does.
no.
Blithering
They
eyes.
can't get it. No,
You can't
no.
get it, Rich.
You're
Relax.
good.
You're
They
Why?
got my number, do they?
Yeah.
You're calling from here. It's fine.
Why do you care? Oh, there you go.
Hi, how you doing? Listen, I just flew in, and I really need to pre-register and check in early, if that would be possible.
Give me your name, stupid.
Oh, you do have rooms available.
Tell me your
can
name.
Can I give you my name so I know when I get there that you'll have it ready? What is the last name? V as in Victor, O-S. Voss. V-O-S. Richard? Yes.
And make sure that room is ready, bitch. Make sure that fucking room is ready, you bitch. I'll be there, you cunt. Make sure that ready is fucking room.
He fell for it. He ran out.
He got caught up in his headphones. He couldn't get out of the room.
He almost strangled himself. He almost strangled himself.
He couldn't get out of the room. He ran out of the room and got tangled in his headphones. That dope.
Oh, is that
Almost
hilarious?
tripped into the door.
He tried so hard to cover the phone up. Wow. Well, that worked.
But why would he fall
See?
for that?
That worked.
Yeah, so yeah,
Pretty
looking
good.
Up, it was good that he went that one step farther and said, just if you could, I want to make sure to pre-register.
Pre-register.
My last name
Rich, were you panicking a little?
Is this. You're in? Good to go.
Yeah.
Not only that.
So
she
give him a
said-
tip.
She said, give a tip. I already said on the tip. I'm in. Now
Give
Well, no,
him
no, no.
a tip.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He's still in
I'll
the
take
business?
money.
Okay,
But you know what? Another thing to do at that point. Now what you've done is you've dealt with a really nice front desk agent
Yeah.
who took care of you. Remember their name, write their name down, and then when you get there, now you have a contact. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I spoke to you this morning on the phone. You helped me out. Thank you so much. And then that's a good point to give a gratuity. But also now you have a personal contact, and she's like, oh, I did help you, and now you're not just like a discount seeking guest. You're like a nice guy that called in a personal.
She'll put the kilo of coke in your bag when you leave.
Sweet.
Listen,
See.
listen
Better
to
than
me.
warm cookies.
Listen to me, book peddler. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
I got my fucking room. Go fuck yourself. I'm done with you.
Wow. Why so mean, Rich? He helped you.
Rich.
Rich, what's up, man? You all right?
Rich is abrasive.
I got yelled at my whole life,
I'm gonna
man. Nobody can. I got a thick skin.
How are you going to shock him?
I'm going to tip her when I walk in.
That's a kind thing to do. She sounded very.
Oh,
seemed
I
nice.
just learned something.
What?
Hotels don't have a 13th floor, so this book doesn't have a 13th chapter.
Oh yeah, consistency.
Are people really that superstitious?
Wow.
People are dummies, aren't they?
That's true, though. He doesn't have
like
a
it.
13th chapter.
You know the fear of the number 13 is called triskaidekaphobia?
And you don't have a 13th strand of hair.
Were you on? Oh.
That's just mean-spirited.
I don't understand.
Why are you attacking poor Opie?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I thought Jimmy was on Rich's page when he quoted that.
What are you eating?
I'm eating turkey chili.
Wait, what did I...
Not too
It
shabby.
looks delicious.
Wait, what did I say? I was on Jimmy's page.
Triskaidekaphobia. You know, useless fucking information. On Voss's page.
What do you call it?
What?
Triskaidekaphobia. I
autism.
think we've all learned that.
Yeah. But the hotels do have the 13th floor. It's just not called the 13th
Dave's
floor.
just giving Rich shit.
I know.
He's like, yeah, look, we all know that. Let's move on, Rich.
So when you're in town, like, where do you stay? I mean, like, you must be like a
very
pariah,
nice.
like the Solomon Rushdie of the hotel world. It's like,
Well, I stay in my apartment. I live in Brooklyn here, but I'm gonna do some traveling. I'll be in New Orleans for a book tour in Asheville. So I'm very excited to stay in these hotels, and I hope one of the things I did in Heads and Beds is really just accentuate the struggle of all the positions. So I'm really hoping that. Any hotel workers out there listening, they really like what I've done.
They're going to be able to relate.
It's definitely more. It's a worker.
Unless you're blowing the spot up.
yeah.
You ever watch those videos where the maid walks in and the guy's like jacking off on the bed
Word.
and he hides the
I've been in
camera?
that video.
Yeah. Those are hilarious. The guy's like jacking off on the bed and he sets a camera up and leaves the door open and takes the do not disturb sign off, and he's just jacking off, and eventually the maid comes in and he gets her on video going like, oh, and shutting the door. It's fucking hilarious.
I can't wait to see it.
It's great. There's a bunch of them.
You got
Those are
whores.
comic.
You got whores in your book.
There's a lot of dirty business.
We haven't talked about
in
the
that
whores.
book. I was
Nice.
Bring your own whore, you call it.
Yeah, BYO.
What's that mean?
BYOW.
Well, that hotels are the brothels of today. It's just now. It's just a bring your own whore situation. It's
right.
Like you rent a room. You got a lot of businessmen. Actually business people that they live in Connecticut and then they get a room for the week in New York because they're working. You know what I mean? So they want to be close. But all they use that as like a whore palace.
And then they got the internet to get the girls from.
Absolutely.
So
Do you know
now
what-
you got your home base.
Do you know when the whores are coming through the lobby?
You can. Some of them are quite obvious, and then you got the subtle ones. But really, what the best thing that they can do is all they need is a room number. You know what I mean? They don't need anything else. So if it's only a bad whore would come to the desk and ask where she's going because it's just it's like her first day on the job or
Dummies.
something. Usually they'll have a room number, so they just go straight up. So it's very very subtle.
When a girl comes in and she's tall and she has an Adam's apple, will the desk clerk know what comedian she's going to see?
Jimmy's long explanations of the obvious. Yes.
Oh,
That's great.
I
wasn't
was
sure
looking
which
on
comedian he
Priceline
was
during
talking
the
about.
Of course you are.
during the hurricane.
What were you
and the
looking
week,
for,
they were
umbrellas?
supposedly supposed to have a
Yeah, it's
marathon.
windy.
Hotel rooms on Priceline were $1,000 to $4,000 a night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They were price gouging. Now that's against the law.
It
though,
is.
I mean, during that hurt, they were 1,000 to 4,000.
The Attorney General in New York is going after people on Craigslist who are doing that, and hopefully in Jersey. I think Chris Christie doesn't probably tolerate that shit either.
But they were every hotel in New York.
Yeah.
Up
Oh,
their
in New York.
fucking prices to 1,000.
Interesting fact about that kind of situation, any kind of storm. You actually have to lodge the hotel workers in the rooms as well because they can't travel. All the trains are down, so some of the rooms are taken up by the staff. You need to run the rooms. I used to do that all the time. They'd put us in a room. We'd party so hard, man.
So if you walk in and they say it's a storm, and like they say hey, it's $2,000 a night now, are they legally allowed to do that? And what's your recourse if you walk in and you know they're price gouging? It's not a $50 difference. It's
I'm a front desk agent. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Okay,
it sounds illegal. It sounds like bullshit, but I don't know.
Say you're already in there.
I mean, as a business owner, it seems legal, right? I don't know.
No, but say you're
price gouging. There's a certain thing with price gouging where I don't know
it's
what.
Like when is it a commodity? Like gas, you can't do it, but like a hotel room, a place to live, seems like a commodity. I don't know
what
what
the law
interesting
is.
question. Actually,
I bet you could raise the fucking price, but
if
another hotel has a cheaper rate, you go there. But if there's price fixing, there's probably an issue.
Then again, they do it during the parade along the parade routes. There's huge.
New
Year's Eve,
huge prices.
exactly.
jacked
For views, you change the rates.
Yeah, New
based
Year's
on
Eve,
views
the
and
rate
what you
goes
have.
way up.
Yeah,
that's an
that's
amazing thing about hotels is like the same room the night before could cost you twice as much the next night.
Absolutely.
With
Right.
no
Lot of-
difference in
lot
the
of
fucking room.
fluctuation, yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but say you're in the
based
hotel.
on availability. It's like a math equation.
Oh.
You know, as the percentage of hotel goes up, 65, 75, 85, the rates start to go up because the rooms are at a premium.
What is an opinion?
Say you're stuck. Wait, hold on. You're stuck in there. A storm comes and you can't get out. You were there for $100 or $200 a night. Then you can't get out of town, and now they're $2,000 a night. What the fuck? What's your recourse?
You can't get out of the hotel?
Yeah, why is it that windy?
No, because there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
They don't care.
He's already hunkered down, and
they don't care.
And he's going to stay there.
Well, now you know how a fucking Palestinian feels, you Jew.
Do I really?
They have no reservations.
Nowhere to go. They're kicked out of the place.
Yeah, see? They can't, the little soaps.
Yeah, but they never paid for the original night there.
Wow. But what about?
And they'll never use the soaps.
Now, have you ever worked on a cruise ship, which is more of a sea hotel?
Let's see. I was really close. I heard that's a great gig, man, because it's like, I'm sure it gets pretty wild on a cruise ship. You work long hours. You work long hours, but your room and board is taken care of, and then you're visiting these stops and all that. So when they pay you at the end, so it's like they dump you off. You know, back on your own shore, and then just like give you a ton of money. I always wanted to do that.
Does
gig.
sound cool, yeah.
I was this close, but
That
I
must be
never
a
went that
wilder
way.
scene, but they probably have it like locked down because, like you said,
I would think the whole
12 on,
staff
12
is just
off.
banging each other.
Anything
whole
else
time.
about the book? Anything we missed in the book there, sir? You want to mention?
A ton of.
What did I wanted to ask something?
Anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, well, back to the movies. There's some information in there about how to steal. If you guys are interested.
Wow,
Some
you're really
thievery
giving up the whole.
information.
That's cool, man. That's really important.
For example,
movies are like $15 a pop in hotels. now.
Absolutely, and that's a subscription service that the hotel pays, right? So it's not. It's like they don't lose any revenue, and those things cut off all the time.
Yep.
They freeze in the middle. So if you enjoy your movie, and enjoy Skyfall, whatever you're talking about, and then just call down and be like, you know what, I ordered the wrong movie. It cut off in the middle. It froze, whatever you want to say, and it's going to come off, and that's at no loss of revenue for the hotel. Same thing for the minibar.
How do you get out of park?
Really, minibar?
Wait, the minibar, they don't lose anything?
No, they do, but I mean, you got M&Ms. You're paying $7.
Yeah, you can replace them with your own. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, or just say you didn't have it. I mean,
But
that's
what
the
about-
thing. That's the
See,
most
but I'm not
disputed
that kind
charge.
of
What
on
about
any
the
of the
pressure-sensitive ones, though?
Oh, I've screwed that up sometimes.
There's so many. The minibar system is so fallible that you put your sandwich there. You're looking at an item, you get charged. That I spend all morning removing these charges. So essentially, if you actually did, have a vodka out of the minibar, and then you say, I never had anything, it's going to.
It's like playing Operation. You're trying to pull one out from the back there and get it around the other things. It clinks off of it, and you're paying for that too.
I replace it with fruits and juices because I think that should be more.
Attaboy, Dave.
I got a bag of sand. I got a bag of sand like Indiana Jones. Dump it on my tomato juice.
Yeah.
If you're a 3-day Coke and whore binge, needs an apple.
I take the cookies out and put in celery. They'll thank you later.
A little note, a poem, a homily.
What about? Let me ask you. What is
the Bibles? Get to it.
What do you think is the best hotel in the city? Like, just an opinion.
I mean, again, I don't stay in as many as I would like.
Well, just from what you know about it.
I don't know, man. Let's say I'll just go ahead and throw the Waldorf Astoria, even though I've never been in
Waldorf.
Yeah,
I was
don't
just
know,
coming
I
up
don't
with something.
know.
Presidential suite at the Waldorf, pretty sweet.
Is it nice?
And sweet, yes.
What's
yes.
the one I stayed in where they had the
Christ.
art studio downstairs, Kramer Art Studio? It's like one of those with a butler.
I wish it was the MGM in the 80s.
Is that what you wish?
Can't you stay with a photographer friend? I don't know. It's New York.
Burnt down and killed a bunch of people.
What about the Bibles? What about the Bibles?
What about
Are they ridden with bedbugs and also hate? I mean, honestly, what's going on with them?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, where are those Bibles made? Are they made by blind children in North Korea?
The Gideon. Yeah, those are free, actually. Those are provided when I was in housekeeping.
You could take those?
I had to reorder. Oh, of course. They would love for you to take a Bible, man.
What kind of man would steal a Bible?
It's not. No. I actually, in a hotel Bible, it says.
Fucking
I believe
irony.
it says take this. I believe it says
No,
you can
it
take
doesn't.
Yeah, the Gideon Society. I've had to order them.
It's a test
They'll
from
send
God.
you as
You take
many
it, he
as
strikes
you
you
want.
down, he smites you.
I personally think they should replace the Bibles with this book on hotels here.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Shit.
Yep.
I'm with
So
that.
hard.
Yeah, well, it's very interesting because this is a book I really want to read because I'm in them every weekend.
Fuck yeah.
And the bedbug thing. How do you check for bedbugs real quick? Like, I know you look on the bed, but is there a fast way to check? Or where would the hotel check if they heard there was
Fine comb
bedbugs?
through your pubes.
Bend over, spread him. He's got the flashlight in his mouth.
Yeah. It's funny you
Never
said
a good
pubes.
sign.
What is it, 1992?
that's
Who has
true.
those? I'm the smooth cock McGillicuddy. It's my nickname. It's my fucking screen name on AOL.
Checks in under.
Yeah. Yeah, if the hotel, if someone called down and said, "Sir, there's bed bugs," where would the hotel check first?
In the fucking bed, stupid.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh,
That's
Rich.
not true, Rich.
There's a dog who
They go
comes in.
hiding. And
Well, behind the headboard, or where would
Yeah,
they?
where would-
Actually,
where they hang out?
what they're going to do is they're going to call an outside company because you know that's going to have to. There's professionals that do that. Hotel people aren't trained, but I do know that if you pull it is on the bed, and if you pull the sheets up, you know the edge of a mattress.
Yes.
that little lip
crease.
They chill in that little outside lip, and if you can see them there, kind of riddled in that little.
They see
surrounding
bugs
ledge.
or redness from like the crushed ones that were bleeding or their own shit.
Have you
and
seen
stuff. Yeah. That's what you say.
No, I've never seen
I
one.
can't wait to get
I have a
home.
question.
Oh, I don't know.
If you kill yourself in a hotel, do you still get charged? Like, will that
Absolutely.
go on your card?
No, I
Wow.
don't know. That's how you really check
That
out.
is a good
I don't-
goddamn question.
I would actually, I would still go with yes, man. I'm still gonna, I'm
That is
still
the
gonna
most
think the
heartless thing ever.
You stay, you pay.
it's
That's
a heartless business.
That's
That's
the
what
rule.
it's a heartless
Well, is there a guy like that at every hotel? Well, how many?
No, my. Here it comes again.
You're a big
Here's the
one.
deal too. If you call in, if you ask,
Rich has a question.
if you ask for a refrigerator and they go it's 20 a night, you say, "Listen, I stay here all the time. I don't want to have to go across the street. They'll give you a free refrigerator. I do it all
that's-
the time."
That's another way to
What's
avoid
your-
the costly minibar. You can get mini fridges sometimes in the room,
Yeah.
and you can store your items that way. And usually there's no cost for that. And then again, if you've already created a relationship with the front desk agent or tipped, or even the bellman, you can get a lot of things that would have a minimal charge. We'll take care of it. Front desk is in charge of your bill. I can take all that stuff.
Rich, what's that joke? I always love that you did with the coffee. What was it?
Oh, what?
The coffee maker in the hotel or
Well,
something?
One time I went to a place and I didn't have a coffee. I was staying at the Atlantis in the Bahamas, and everything was like $1,000, and I didn't have coffee, so I went and bought instant coffee. There was no pot, and I steamed water in my clothes steamer. And I made instant coffee.
Wow.
Prison coffee.
Nice.
As opposed
Nice.
to
Because if you order it, it takes 45 minutes to an hour at the in the Bahamas, and it's $50.
I don't care what it is or how long it takes. I wouldn't use a fucking steam iron to make coffee. That's terrible.
Terrible, yes.
Rich, treat yourself
You know
to a
the
cup
water
of coffee.
scale in
God.
there built up and
It's filthy.
it's like hard water.
I was in a hotel one time, and there was the fire. I guess there was a fire in the hotel because the fire truck showed up, and I don't know if it was a drill or not. But this was like a terrace, so I was out there on the terrace smoking, which I know is probably illegal now, but it was like back then you could do it. And I was yelling down through the fire, and I was like, So should I get out? You know, because like no one would tell me. Like they just had the bells going the whole time. So, but I could have jumped down. It was like one of those cheap, like on the run hotels. You know, like just 2 levels, like,
Right.
with a truck parked in front of your window.
On the
You ever one of
run,
those,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the serial killer truck? I love that. I like the skankier hotels. I don't know.
Yeah, I like those
I
too.
tend to like less fancy places.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
like
were,
a
right?
I like a fucking
Yeah, he's like a diplomat. This guy.
I like if it's not the fuck. I want a gentleman's accommodations,
likes it
please.
really
I like 24-hour room service.
24-hour room service. I want good bedding. I
Yeah.
want good soap.
Good conversation.
Good conversation
in the lobby.
Yeah.
Yes, I like to be welcomed.
He likes to be monocled when he comes in.
I do. They don't know if it's me or Mr. Peanut.
I do enjoy a good hotel
He does
bar.
love a nice hotel.
I like a good hotel bar too, for some reason.
A lot of
Just sitting
prostitutes
there.
in a hotel bar. Actually,
Maybe that's it.
They love rolling around in there.
Yeah,
you know.
huh?
A lot of bedbugs in the hotel bar.
No, a lot of prostitutes.
Oh,
That's like
bingo.
that's like their spot.
That's under the obvious chapter.
No!
The whores are where the
In
booze
New York,
is.
too?
Wow.
In New York, or that's mainly Vegas, right?
No. Here we've had to eliminate some from the bar that would come in all the time.
I've
A
never-
couple guests got rolled and stuff. You know, they would put something in their drink, go up to their room, they wake
East
up.
European.
Oh man.
left.
Yeah,
Got
got
So
it.
you did mostly work in New York hotels, huh?
You
New York
take
City
me,
hotels.
take me to your room. We have a good time. Good time. Very nice.
You
And then
put
you
everything
pass
in the
out.
safe right
But,
the second you go in.
Yeah, what is
Started
with
in
those
New
little
York.
saves?
Yeah, what's up with the safes? You guys know how to
Yeah,
get
those are
into
good.
those
You
things?
should use those.
I really
Absolutely.
should.
For
Can't
your
get in 'em?
toothbrushes. For your
I'm
toothbrushes.
definitely
Yeah.
going to do that, man.
But
how do you-
yeah, those are there's.
But what if you forgot your password? Then
Security will come up and unlock it. It's
that
no
means
problem.
you guys.
I had
know.
had that. I had had that happen at the Borgata this past weekend. I was in there and the fucking safe all of a sudden wouldn't work with my code, so they had to
See?
get the guy up there
Yeah,
to punch it in.
Yeah.
I heard you did well. I saw some pictures.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say?
I don't want to say.
Show me on your fingers. Get out of here.
That's nice.
Yes.
Holy
It's a nice
fuck.
hit.
It was huge.
You made $12?
$12.
Wow.
I couldn't fucking lose. I wanted to leave at noon on Sunday. I wound up staying until 11 p.m. on Sunday because at the same table. Didn't fucking get up. It just kept fucking stacking up. Stacking
Holy
up.
Fuck.
Kept doing. I was betting 3 spots, $6,000 a spot, and just couldn't lose.
18,000 and
Wow.
you won. That's an unlucky number, man. 3 sixes.
You know what?
It's not an unlucky number, you biblical idiot.
It's not, and it's not unlucky when you're doubling down on them and splitting and shit too. 'cause
Don't
then
make me
raise
beg
it
you,
up.
Mark.
Here's a hotel.
Come with me.
I have one more question. Who are the worst travelers, like of all the countries and
Great question.
Like who are the worst travelers? Is it
Yes.
Americans or who is it?
As far as
Asians or-
gratuities, Europeans are, obviously
Shit.
it's not their culture. You should see the look on a bellman's face when like
Why
a
is it
tour
not
bus
their
of
culture?
Italians pull up.
Oh,
They're just like,
boy.
it's just like
Really?
yeah. So
And
as
then
far as
rappers.
gratuities, actually, professional sports people, in my personal experience, professional athletes tend to be incredibly cheap and very rude. Like,
Wow.
they're
Yes.
coming up and they're not even taking their headphones off. They're like, I need a new key. I need a new key. I'm like,
They're jerk offs. They're
politeness,
absolutely jerk offs.
They're the same jocks that they were in school. Yeah, assholes.
I don't
Fuck
usually
'em.
tip the bellman a lot of times, but I do my own luggage. Like when I'm in the hotel, they don't do anything for me. I don't like my
Let's
my
go.
shit.
Why don't you
If they let me
fucking
take
go
the
to
stuff
the
out, I
kitchen in a
definitely
restaurant and bring out your own food and cut off the tip to the waitress?
Yeah.
It's her
I've
job.
done that.
Oh, sorry.
I've done that. I've walked right in and cooked. Didn't you see Top Chef, the herpes episode?
No, there's got to be like one group where you're like, oh my god, I cannot believe these people are here.
Well, I mean, even
Like tour
even
groups.
business travelers, like when you just break it down to that, people who travel for business and they're in hotels all the time, those people when they don't get what they want, or that just the affluent black cards. Oh my God,
Yeah.
those people
Is that
scare
your-
me. Man.
is that what you
You're
call
calling
them?
what you want.
Yeah, I mean that's a funny black guy.
All right, let's get him out of here. Jacob,
Oh,
this
God.
book looks
Excellent
terrific.
We're all
man.
done. We're all done.
Yeah, look at
That was
that.
cool, dude.
Yeah, we're going to start our Thanksgiving, man.
Heads in
Yes.
Beds, Jacob Tomsky. It really does. And are you doing any? Plug his book signings too. If you are, actually in New Orleans, we have people in New Orleans.
That's cool.
5:30 p.m. on the 28th, which is at the Garden District
Go with Billy
Bookshop,
Bob Thornton.
and the 29th, only 7 to 7:45. Malaprops Bookstore in Asheville, North Carolina. So 20th, 29th, Jacob will be down south. Jacob Tomsky on Twitter. You can follow him there. But this book looks really great, man. I wish I had it earlier.
I wish I read. I'd read it.
Yeah, there's no pictures either. You would have nothing to do. You'd wind up eating it like a fucking gerbil.
Rich, where are you going to be?
This weekend I'll be at Gotham this week,
right?
And next weekend at JJ's Comedy in Jersey somewhere.
Right
wherever
on,
that is.
man.
Where we did that pilot. You know what I'm talking about?
Dave Attell, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I got the DC Improv coming up on the 29th.
No tolerance today for him.
And
For who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I held my end up here.
I know, right?
It might not even be you. I'm ready for.
Sorry.
I'm ready for a few days. It might not even be
Dave's
you.
Old
I just
Porn.
have no tolerance for you today. Yes, Dave.
Dave'sOldPorn.com, and you can follow it at Old Porn. And this week, Amy Schumer and the guy who bangs Debbie and Debbie Does Dallas holiday special.
Man.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That sounds great.
11 o'clock showtime.
Yes.
And I have...
Rich had a great appearance. It might be me. I'm ready. I'm ready for a few days off. That's all.
All of us getting together again.
I have New Year's Eve. I will be in Buffalo. And Kenny, am I missing any gigs, or is that it right now? That's it. New Year's Eve week, Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I have a new CD coming out called No Baby for You. And it comes out on the 11th of December. It's an old set. I taped it in 2007. Some of the material's from Monster Rain, but it's a great set, so I'm releasing it. I just don't want anybody complaining.
Very nice. I want to bring up Sunday, December 23rd. I know it's a while away, but you just keep your plans there. 89 North Music Venue. It's called 89 North Music Venue. 89 North Ocean Avenue. It's me, Joe, Rotgut, fucking Almost a Journey, and you two going to be playing there all night that night. It's going to be
That sounds like a cool show.
Did I mention this weekend I'm at Gotham, and we have a podcast, My Wife Hates Me. Oh. This week was a very good one.
They're all good.
This week was good.
Why were you away?
The podcast.
Huh? And next week, J&J Comedy.
All right. Thank you very much, Jacob, and of course,
Dave Attell and Rich
and
Voss.
Dave.
My God, what a show!
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
so much.
All right,
First time, long time.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and we'll see
Yeah,
you
happy
Monday.
Thanksgiving.
Next live show Monday, but we got a big best of special.
Yeah.
What
Chip
is it?
is hosting it.
Chip's hosting it.
All right.
For 2 days.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Chip is hosting.
What kind of bits? The best of the comics, right?
Comics, yeah.
So all the funny people we've had on in the last year or so.
Good.
Very
Their
good.
best bits, or some of their best bits. Dave Attell might have made it. You think
I
he
don't
made
know.
it, Dave?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I dropped the ball this whole time here.
No,
my God!
You had very pointant questions.
No, but
and some very funny slams on that cover.
And when you talked about smoking on the balcony, it was riveting.
It was good, right? I thought it was excellent.
What an asshole!
But how could, I couldn't hit a home run off of that setup of this Arab-Israeli thing. Man. Wow, you give me slow balls. I couldn't even.
That set the table for the rest of the appearance, huh?
But I think that's going to be a great way to celebrate the holidays. Listen to some of the best jams, or I'm sure there's going to be some rank outs and a couple of.
Well, there's going to be it's segments.
Oh my God, no!
All right.
Are you shitting?
You play with him.
No,
tape.
You have fun with this, Dave. We know this
No,
guy.
I won't be.
During the year. All right. See you guys Monday. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm done.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today with SiriusXM On Demand. You've heard about it. You've waited 4 long hours for it. Finally, the moment is at hand. After Opie and Anthony Live is coming up next! Yeah.